Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. How we all doing? Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? How's it going? Hope you're having an excellent day. How we all doing? Hi, hero. Hi, hero. Oh my god, chat. I got a new tool for stream, and I can't. I'm trying to figure out how to use it.
Habagaba habada.
Habada what am? Hi, Luke. How's it going? Ah, I can't figure it out right now. I'm gonna have to turn it off. Dang. Okay, I can't tell you guys what I'm doing right now. Sorry, I'm looking off into the distance. I'm very distracted. How's it going? Welcome to stream. I got this new tool for Twitch chat. God damn it.
Habagaba habada.
Habagaba habana. Sounds like hi hero. Yes, I know you would like a treat. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Habagabana. Hero, back. Treats from Katilikams, Zuma, Carly, Rosie, and I missed somebody. I'm not sure who it was. It was MK. MK. How we all doing? Hello. Papanada. Exactly. Papanada. Casa Cabana. Okay, we're 1 for 2 because Hero missed his. Here you go. Beautiful. Good dogs. How are we all doing today? Ryan, I solved it for you? Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for, Tony. That's exactly what I was looking for. How are y'all doing? No, I have this new tool for
Quote 1671.
God damn it. I have this new tool for showing for that I think is going to make interacting with chat very interesting on stream. It's not completely set up yet, and I didn't have time to figure it out. But
Taking my first factory to the endgame blue heart. Discord, docket.
David, did you just copy and paste the title? Wait, that's new. That's very new. That's a new thing. Take the good interesting or tech interesting. I think it'll be good interesting. I watch a streamer who has done a very interesting thing with this Twitch chat recently, which I borrowed and I'm trying to figure out still. Anyways, how you doing? Welcome. David, thanks so much for the 27 months. I appreciate that. Carly, thanks for the 35 months. Churam, thanks for the Habagamanahana 30 months. Luke for the 29. I appreciate you. Hey, so is it Dan or Northern Lion? Exactly. One of the two. Hi, Joke Courts. How's it going? I love that you know me so well. Welcome, guys. It's the only stream of the week, unfortunately. Only stream of the week. We are in a very interesting, weird period right now, which is that I'm headed out of town for the next 4 days, and as soon as I get back, some windows are getting replaced in our house, including the window that sits right there in this room. So I don't know how much time I'm going to have to sit in this office next week when they're doing work, and I probably won't be streaming for at least a couple days because I don't particularly feel like sitting here and streaming while someone is replacing this window. So we're in a weird place. I'm sad about it. I'm honestly very sad about it. Because it also kind of fucks with my YouTube plans. It fucks with my hangout with you guys plans. It fucks with a lot of stuff. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get through it. We'll survive. I know you guys will survive without a week of me. And I will survive without a week of you. Yay, new Windows. RIP wallet. Dude, fucking RIP. Holy shit. Holy shit. Window install stream sounds kind of fun, TBH. I'm not doing the install, though. Does that mean your room is going to be better insulated? Hopefully it should be. Should be better insulated. More importantly, the frames around the windows won't be falling apart. Yeah, the windows should help with the heat for sure. The bigger thing is that our windows in this house were the windows that the house was built with many a year ago, and so they're starting to fall apart. But, you know, once we've destroyed my wallet, we should have windows that'll be better for the house. You can ask the guy questions. We can bet how many questions you get away with before he tells you to shut the fuck up. Worst part of getting new windows is having to update Windows. Worst part of getting new Windows is that they're constantly trying to force those new features on you. Yeah, they're like, enable this thing, enable that thing. No, I want windows that get out of my way, not get in my way. Ryan, life hack for you. What's up? Honestly, I didn't even know you had windows in that room. I always thought you were working from a walk-in closet or something from that angle. Yeah. We have one window, and I blackout curtained it immediately upon making this my office because the window light is terrible for streaming. Ryan Lifehack, you're so good at not activating your windows. Just do the same thing with your house windows. I love that. We don't need to activate them. Oh, hey, I'm going to do a thing. Holy shit, K-Ball has flexed. Whoa. K-Bell, that is a big fucking deal. 333. 333,333 shats worthless internet currency in order to add K-Bell's name to the exclamation flex command. That's crazy. And it's K-Bell's first time on there, right? Yeah. Yeah. Tactical Fluke says I was 29K away. Oh, you're about to hate what I'm about to do to you. I'm so sorry. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm going to be kind to you. I'm going to be very kind to you, Tactical Fluke. It's still probably not going to be the number that you want to hear. Tony already updated it. Thank you, Tony. Can I get an exclamation flex in the chat? Look at the K-Bell right at the end of the list. I'm in for the long haul on it. I'll be honest with you. My first thought was to make the next amount. For those of you who don't know, flexing is a thing that is completely useless, completely pointless. It is a complete waste of your fictional internet shats, your currency. However, some people decide to do it. And to do that, they have to. It is truly an ultra marathon of showing up to streams, of getting chats, of betting, and all of that stuff. The problem is the price goes up every time someone redeems it. My thought was to go 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, but I do believe I'm going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then go 4, 4, 4 from there. So, Tactical Fluke, if you get the next one, awesome. If you don't, I'm so sorry because we're going up. I don't see my name. I've been cheated. This is why I do this in I love cards too much to attempt this. It's true. It's true. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only a 12,000-ish chat increase, which is better than it could be. Let's do it. Make sure you don't skip 42069. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good too. 42069 is pretty good. 42069 is pretty good. Flex is the new old away. I love that. Incredible. Incredible. K-Bell, congratulations. Holy shit, that's way too many hours here. That's way too much time here. Way too much time. Everyone talks about the great treat race, but nobody talks about the flex race. The flex race is one of those races where like there's only a finisher once every couple years. Cable says this is, or Zuma says this is all belief shats too. Yeah, this is exclamation K-Bell shats. This is belief despite all evidence shats. Surprised did it twice. It was probably a total of less than K-Bell just spent, I'm sure. I think it started at 10,000 and like 9999, and then I think Meg got it with 99,000, and then I think from there we went 111, then 123, then I'm not sure. So I don't know. This is ancient history. 10K, that would have been so easy. Yeah, but Gnarly Cash, the person who got it, was like the third person who ever followed me here. Like truly in the first 100%. And I haven't seen that person in 5 fucking years. They were a 15-year-old 5 years ago. Now they probably have a kid. They've probably got a college degree and a kid. Arena got 2 pretty close together. That's true. A lot of focused betting there. A lot of focused betting. God, so many legends on that list too. Legends. So many legends on that list, and a couple missing very, very conspicuous missing names. Tony. Just kidding. Tony's on there. Carly. Where you at, Carly? Mars. Hi, Uzai. How's it going? How we all doing? We're gonna go play some Satisfactory. We're live a little bit early because I also need to get off a little bit early. And I'll be completely fucking honest with you. I think there's a chance over the next couple months that we start shifting to an 11 a.m. start time. I'm not sure. It's just a thought that's in my head. Just a thought that's in my head. Carly says, you think I have shots? Nah, the Great Treat Race definitely took people's steam away from flexing for sure. It's just getting easier and easier for me to go live a little bit earlier and harder for me to stay live later. Especially right now during cross-country season. Oh, no, that's going to throw off my entire work schedule? I know. It's also going to throw off my YouTube schedule. Like, right now, people watch Blueprints at 11 and then stream at 12. At least some people do. And then I'm going to have to change YouTube to, like, 10 a.m. I don't know. Such is life. How are you all doing? I hope you're having an excellent day. I hope you have had a good start to your week. It's been a little hectic around here. Ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie.
70 is the new 20.
Spoken like a true resident of the nursing home right there. That is an incredible... Mars, that might be my favorite sub message you have had in the last, like, 20. And a lot of your last 20 have been very sweet, very kind, also occasionally very snarky. That might be my favorite of the last 20. 70's the new 20. It's something about the just succinctness of... Something about the succinctness and the, like... We're all telling each other... We're all telling ourselves lies, right? Noted DM/GM Abria Iyengar likes to talk about what is the lie that this character believes about themselves and or the world as an interesting way to, like, get into character in TTRPG. I also think it's a particularly interesting way to talk about fiction characters and also real life humans. What is the lie that this character must believe? 70 is the new 20 being a thing that someone would say is really funny to me as a lie that they would have to believe. The one that took me the least thought is your favorite, of course. You just hit a flow state. You hit a flow state, ba-dum. 70 is the new 20. How's it going, Mars? Hello. I can just imagine one of those, like, Silicon Valley, like, longevity, biohacking millionaires wake up in the morning, drink the blood of a young, like, 25-year-old person, crack a rotten egg, like a raw egg over their head and rub it in, like, have leeches on their body for some, like, antioxidant, cutting edge technology. I can just see them muttering under their breath, 70 is the new 20. I've never felt younger. Hi, Ello. How's it going? How we all doing today? Cutting edge leech technology. Exactly. One of those things where it's gone so far, it's come back around. I don't know. Mars says it's just after 10. I haven't done shit. Wow. Couldn't be me. Imagine it's just after 10 and you hadn't even done anything yet. Wow. Well, Ryan, are you going to Gamescom to play the Silksong demo in like Amsterdam or wherever it is? Where is it again? Where is it? There's a Silksong demo gonna be out in this gaming convention. Where in the world is the gaming convention located? In Cologne. There you go. I will not be flying to Cologne, Germany to play the demo. But if you're in Cologne, Germany, I think you fucking should. Like, it sounds like Zubli is. I think you should stand in line. If I were going to the convention where Silksong was going to be demoed, and I knew that the lines would be days long to get a chance to play it, I would still stand in line just for an hour or two just to say that I did. You know? For the rest of your life, you could be like, hey, I stood in line to try and play the Silksong demo. Of course, I couldn't play it because there were a million fucking people. What if it was at Gen Con? Would you go? I'd probably go. I would probably. Here's what I would do. I'd just turn it into content. I would 100% live stream from my phone, standing in line to play Silksong. 100%. I'd go into the Hollow Knight category on Twitch. I would set my title, playing the Silksong demo today, live from Gen Con, and then I would sit there and talk to chat for 3 hours. Turn it into content. Ooh, get used to it, Mars. This is my life now. 70's the new 20. I avoided saying the word content for 5 years, and now here we are. Been doing this too long to get icky about that word anymore. I feel it too. Don't worry. Zoom is going dark to avoid all demo footage. That would be me. I'd get in line to play it. They'd bring me up to the demo, and I'd be like, "Wait, shit! I didn't actually want to touch. Like, I'm the dog chasing a car. I don't know what to do now that I've caught it. I don't actually want to do it. I don't actually want to do it. I don't know. I don't actually want to see it. You know? I knew it. Ryan literally just fakes stuff for content. Yeah. That's me. Content with saying he's content with saying content right now. I think we can wait 5 more years. I would definitely watch a 3-hour IRL stream of waiting in the line for Silksong. How would it be any different than what we do right now? All I do right now is ignore the video game and talk to you guys instead. It would just be me doing that on a cell phone, standing in line. But it would be really funny to be like, I was in line for Silksong. Of course, I didn't get a chance to play it, but I was in line. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm looking at something. God dang it. I wish I was smart enough to get this thing figured out. Ah. Hey, chat, while you're here, don't forget to submit your book recommendation this week. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, in case you missed it, we're going to change how we do book recommendations for book club. You guys are going to get the chance to recommend the books that we vote on and to help vote on the books. So we need your help. In the Discord, in the announcements channel right now, you can go recommend us 1 book. It's probably 3 posts up. In the announcements channel, there's a little Google form that's very quick. You just got to tell us the name of the book and why you picked it. There have been some very interesting, some very, very cool recommendations so far. I liked all of them. And you should do that. And then we'll get started voting like pretty soon. But we only have a suggestion so far, so we could use more. We could absolutely use more. We should have more. I was going to troll with the horse book, but I rose above it. I appreciate that instinct. The rising above it one. How long do we have to submit? I have trouble deciding. We could put a hard deadline on it. Rune Snips, you specifically have until the end of the day today. Everybody else has as much time as they want, but you have until the end of the day today. How about that? Is that helpful for you? Did someone say horsebook? Nope. I gave Evo like 7 options, made them decide which one would be my rec because I couldn't choose. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Rinsim says, hey, no. I'll do it within the week in 2 to 3 months. Yeah. No, we will. Carly, when should we close recommendations? What do you think? I'll post about it in just a second and say, hey, you have until blank time. I just finished the 3rd Stormlight Archive book this year. Proud of my progress. That's incredible. Hell yeah. Are you doing audiobooks, Tony? That's how I listen to them. Help, why can't I donate? Oh, donate? First off, you don't need to donate if you don't want to. Second off, I think I actually need to change my donate link. So that could be on me. Audiobooks all the way. The Stormlight Archives audiobooks are fun. I like them. I need to set that up. There is currently a link to donate down below the stream. You could click on the image that says donate. If that isn't working for you, let me know. That is the old donate link, but it still works. I need to switch it over to Streamlabs because I think that's why the alert is broken. But yeah, no pressure. You can do that if you want. Carly says Friday maybe. Let's do Friday. All right. Carly or one of the mods, would you guys post in the book recommendation forum channel about that deadline? Otherwise, I will post in announcements about the other one. Donate link didn't work for mobile for some reason. You have until midnight on Friday, which is the 1st, to recommend us a book. Get on it. Smiley face. Quick question about the wheel today. What can I do? What can I do for you? Do you want me to do it now or do you want me to do it later, Evo? I'm ready whenever. When are you doing it? It's ready? I'll do it now if you want. Throw back to my first time watching a charity stream here where I fucked up donating by using that button instead of the fundraiser link. That's not your fuck up. That's mine. I need to make that easier for you. Is it a really quick question? Evo's question is, will you spin it already? All right, let's do it. So in case you missed it, I'm gone for the next little bit, but Evo is hosting a community game this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He says very carefully, trying to remember if that is correct. It is. Let's go. He says very carefully, trying to figure out if that is the correct answer. It is Eastern Daylight Time, technically.
I was happy to come say hi for 5 minutes. It has been a while.
Hi, Ella.
But summer keeps me busy.
Dude.
Back to my crosswords on the beach. Lelandhart.
Enjoy your vacation. Holy shit. You deserved it. And also, go enjoy it. Hell yeah. Thanks, Ella. Thanks for the 5 bits. All right. Community game this Saturday. Evo's hosting 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we got all the options on a wheel. People voted over what games to play. There's Dead by Daylight, Discord activities, Drawful, Golf with your friends, a ton of Jackbox, all other kinds of games too, including some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. By the way, I played one game of Mario Kart Knockout, by the way. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. Bye, Elo. Discord activities sounds ominous. Discord activities, I know what you mean. Discord has minigames built into it. But Discord activities sounds like... Discord activities sounds like what a person who has no plans is saying their plans are for the weekend when asked about it. Hey, prototypical Discord mod. None of our mods are amazing. This is just a joke about about a stereotype. What are your weekend plans? I have Discord activities planned. Why did you guys think I was gonna take that sexual? How would you even? Never mind. Don't answer that. Anyways, we've got a wheel to spin. Lots of options. If you voted and you see your vote, you're the thing that you voted on here. Also, web fishing. Then we'll see what we land on here. Because it's you. Because historically you always do. Interesting. Okay. 99% of the time it's a sex joke in the works. I was just trying. I was trying to do it in a way that didn't make our Discord mods feel like they were being they were catching a stray. All right, can I please get a drum roll in the chat? Let's find out what you guys are playing this weekend. See what y'all are up to. Discord activities like the guy leaking secret info for World of Tanks. Yeah. Drum roll. What are they going to play? The Wheel of Games, the Wheel of Names. Let's find out. Shout out to Jackbox for absolutely rigging. Please be Discord activities. No! I'm going to miss Dead by Daylight. That actually sucks. Dead by Daylight is great. So much fun. I've had fun every time I've played with you guys. Dead by Daylight this weekend. There you go. Now, we do have to do a pity spin. Is Jackbox actually stacking the deck? Let's find out. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Jackbox is truly half of the wheel. That's crazy. I don't even think that one says which one it is. There's Jackbox Party Pack without a number, then 2, then 3, 4, 5. Damn, I guess I have to also buy Rick Grimes since they added him in the game. Oh, that's a great point. That's a great point. Rick Grimes? Let's go. All right, so this weekend, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry, Eastern Daylight Time. Dead by Daylight with the community. Thanks for hosting, Evo. Thanks. Exclamation CG for more info. Hey, Ryan, what's up, Carly? What can I do for you? What's up? What's up, Carly? What's on your mind? Can we bring back our favorite segment, Ryan Reacts to TikToks live on camera? Absolutely. I haven't opened TikToks in a long time. Should I go to the most recent one? I have 11 new messages from Carly. Holy shit. Most recent one? Okay. Ryan Reacts live to TikToks on camera. This one is sent from Carly, but the message says, Evo requested I pass this along to you.
All that forehead, and you're still forgetful? Yeah, right.
Excellent. I will not be reading the rest of the 10 TikToks. I will not be reacting to any of them. We're going to play some Satisfactory instead. The worst part of it is I've been coaching cross country. I've been coaching middle school cross country the last, like today is their, the official start of practice, but we've been doing summer practicing for the last couple weeks. And middle school kids are fucking ruthless about everything, first off. And the fact that I wear this hat constantly, they're obsessed. They're like, how bad is your hair under there, Coach Ryan? Coach Ryan, are you completely bald under there? Coach Ryan, do you have a tan line under there? They just have a million questions. Coach Ryan, do you have a hat tan line? The answer is no. Coach Ryan, has your wife ever seen what's under that hat? Coach Ryan. And the worst part is we graduated some of the kids, and then there's new kids, and they have the same questions as the old kids who graduated a couple years ago. Has your wife ever seen? Coach Ryan. And I'm like, why do I do this again? Why do I hang out with you guys? Anyways, welcome back to Satisfactory. We're playing Satisfactory today. It's time to keep the factory rolling. Ryan, who's your favorite cross country kid? So we haven't really talked about it a ton. Who's your favorite CC kid or XC? How do you abbreviate it? You can abbreviate it either way. I prefer XC. XC is my favorite way to do cross country abbreviated. Some people do CC. I prefer XC. Favorite XC kid. David, I'm really sorry that that's going on. I don't know what to tell you. I can take a look at it later, but sorry that's happening. Very sorry that's happening. Remind me later, and I can also mess with the settings on stuff. Hi, Cal the Revelator. How's it going? Favorite cross-country kid? I don't know. We've got a bunch of new kids this year, and I did have a kid cry on me at practice the other day. So we've had a lot of like new We've got a bunch of young kids on the team who have never done cross-country before or done a sport before. And luckily, I was not really involved with I didn't make this kid cry, so don't misread the situation, chat. I didn't make the kid cry. The kid started crying. I wasn't there. We had a kid who showed up, and I feel terrible for him. He ended up having a great practice, which I was very happy with, but it did not start that way. He started off by... like, he'd just never done cross-country before, so he didn't really know what to expect. And, you know, we had him we start practice every day with, like, a short little warm-up. And we did the warm-up. And he, I think, got kind of freaked out by how, like, it was just, you know, it's like a quarter-mile run. And they're supposed to take it pretty slow, but they never do because middle schoolers don't know how to take anything. They don't know how to half-ass anything. They do everything... Sorry. They don't know how to do anything moderately. They do everything either 100% or like 10%. The problem with coaching middle school cross-country kids is that they are always going either way too hard or way not hard enough. Don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. Yeah, they either whole-ass it or they zero-ass it. The problem really is that they don't half-ass it. Half-assing it would actually be preferred. So I think what happened is the kid showed up for his first day of practice. He had no experience with cross-country, which is fine. We take kids who don't know what cross-country is every year. But he also had not done any other sports. And so he did the, like, quarter-mile warm-up. And I think, honestly, he just got kind of freaked out when he started breathing really hard and his heart started pumping really hard. He was, like, you know, totally okay. No warning signs, no, like, adverse health effects or anything. He ended up continuing and doing more practice and running. We took it very, very, very easy on him. But he just started, did the warm-up and kind of looked kind of shaken by it. And then we started doing like a little bit more of our practice, like the run that we were doing for practice. And he started really struggling and crying. And I didn't find him, the other coach did, but I felt really terrible for him. First day at practice, and he's like, this is very hard. It makes my heart beat fast and my chest feel weird. And like, damn. Starting off all sports with cross country sounds like a lot. Yeah. I don't know. It's cross country is weird. It's like, it's very like simple overall in that there is just a, you know, you just run. Obviously it goes a little deeper than that, and it's, you know, that isn't the full breadth of it, but was that one supposed to be the liquid? I think it was. Yeah, it was. In a way, I was kind of surprised. So I've been coaching for 3 years. In a way, I was kind of like, in the moment, I was kind of caught off guard, and we did a lot to like comfort him and try and keep him, you know. I just fucked up. I did the wrong ones, didn't I? Nope, that's 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, I did the right ones. I was kind of caught off guard. I'd never had a kid cry before, at practice. And I was really like I said, we did a lot of comforting. We did a lot of like checking in with the kid. He got a lot of attention on that day to make sure he was okay. First off, like medically and mentally, and then a lot of checking in to make sure he was like still having an okay time and etc. But after the like initial kind of surprise of that happening had worn off, I was like, it's kind of amazing we haven't had more kids. Like, I think crying is a pretty natural response to a sport that just asks you to run really hard and just like, they're middle schoolers. Ask yourself to put yourself in pain, Hi, Iced Coffee. How's it going? Wanted to drop in and say, hey, I found you from your Zelda playthrough on YouTube. I hope Majora's Mask is in your future. Days until Majora's Mask playthrough 191. Maybe not quite that many, but hi, welcome in, Iced Coffee. I hope Majora's Mask is in my future. It is in my future. It is in my future. Thank you. Yeah. I won't say a lot about when, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I'm going to build the bus up a little bit, and then we're going to get to work on just making this factory run a little bit more, We've got new things to automate, but we also can fill the gaps in what we were automating earlier, performance-wise. Maybe not quite that many. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are willing to keep a secret, I actually have said this on stream before. I will say it again right now, as long as you guys are willing to keep the secret. My plan was to play Majora's Mask after Timberborn. And I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Timberborn ended on Monday. So, that would be like real soon. Be like 192 days minus a lot of those days. But the goal originally was actually to start Majora's Mask today, but I have not had a chance to record it yet. So it's not going to be until at least next week. My cold was just cured. It's not going to be until at least next week. Because I just haven't had a chance to record it yet. But yeah. Assuming nothing goes absolutely terribly with this window install, then hopefully we'll start Majora's Mask next week at some point. Hi, gamer. How's it going? Welcome in. Thank God I need more background noise at work. I can do that. In the meantime, you could always check out Link to the Past or Breath of the Wild. I played both of those on YouTube as well. Artifice says, hi all, here with your regularly scheduled programming gushing session about how Worlds Beyond Number is incredible. Dude, I am halfway through the current episode. Brennan is an evil, evil man. Oh no, I'm only halfway through the current episode. My brain is doing flips trying to imagine what that might mean. But we all knew he was an evil, evil man. I'm behind on things. This is how you can tell I'm way behind on things. I haven't listened to this week's Worlds Beyond Number or I haven't watched this week's Game Changer, which I saw Carly said was quite good. I saw Tony said was quite good. Special episode. I've been avoiding all social media posts like the plague. Game Changer was incredible. You need to check it out ASAP. I think Megan and I are going to try and watch it tonight. I I hope so, because that's really our only chance to watch it in the next couple, like 4 or 5 days. So, I hope so. What is on this? It's turbo fuel, but it's not actually on there. Game Changer was really good this week. Brennan is an evil person. He's an evil doll shoemaker. Showmaker. Okay, that is an extra set of... extra level of bus. I was going to make some stuff right here, but I don't even remember what it was. Next Game Changer's out. Yeah, it came out on Monday. Uh-oh. I'm losing altitude. Someone tell me not to buy the new Brennan doll shoe shirt. Brennan doll shoe shirt? I don't know what that is. Is there, so there's dropout merch about Brennan's American Girl doll shoes? Any tips for phase 3? Not really. I'm not a tips person. Anything I could tell you would not be something that you should listen to. I DM'd it to you the other day. Discord? Ryan, have you seen this? Tell me I don't need it. Okay, all right. That's amazing. Roulette was my favorite so far this season. Olympics was a close second. That is so funny to me. I've talked about this too much on stream, but and I literally had this conversation with Carly. That's so funny to me because I don't think Roulette or Olympics is in my top 5 or 3 necessarily for this season. And yet they're incredible episodes. Roulette especially I really liked between those two. Roulette might be like 4th or so, but yeah. No, those are yeah. 1 Year Later is still one of my favorites. I think 1 Year Later is if not my favorite, very close. The whole season, we're living this is the golden era. We have to acknowledge it. This is the golden era. Okay, I got to figure out what I'm doing in this game. I need to make time crystals, and I believe those are made in a converter is what we decided. Yeah, so here is diamonds. We'll go send this down here, and then we will put it in a converter on the next level. Although... 1 Year Later and Earnestest were amazing too. Wampa, those are 2 of my favorite 3. I'm trying to remember what I said my other favorite was. Earnestest? I mean, it's my literal desktop background. 1 Year Later and Earnestest are both 2 of my all-time favorite games. Drinking Game was also amazing. Oh my god. It's just, we're in the golden era. It's all so good. It's all so good. It's all so good. What are those Stargate things? I've missed so much. Yeah. These are my particle accelerators. These are my Large Hadron Colliders. This one is probably more satisfying. They speed up the small wheel, they speed up the big wheel, the medium wheel, then they speed up the big wheel. They were also deafening to listen to at first, but I turned the volume way down. They look cool. They're awesome. Yeah, they're very cool. All right, let's come up with a to-do list. Chat, don't talk about anything interesting because I'm gonna be lost in the sauce for about 5 minutes, real quick. We should. Currently, my to-do list, the paper one that I made for last time says, on the bus, make SAM fluctuators put in a depot. Make time crystals. That should allow us to research the thing that we want to research. Then I'm going to say make power shards? Question mark? Not a lot of people who were watching streams said they had done that in the past, which is interesting to me because I thought that I would absolutely need to do it. Guys, what's the most interesting thing we could talk about? Probably, I mean, drop out in D20 right now is absolutely... Unfortunately, I want to be here for all of those conversations. After that, I think we probably need to continue to solve a power problem. Because now that I know that Phase 5 is just going to require more and more and more and more and more stuff, that's a problem for us. We are currently producing over what we are consuming, which is good. But power is on my mind. Probably just make all of the next things, right? For this stuff down here, let's go look at it. Rule 85, 85% of the time. Wait. When did that pop? Wait, is that an old command? I don't even remember that. Rule 85? Geek, how's it going? Holy
Do
shit.
you know why Peter Pan gave up his dreams of being a comedian?
Why is that? I need to make biochemical sculptors, that's for sure. Why did Peter Pan give up on... Jokes Neverland? I was like Neverland. What about Neverland? Dang it. His joke's Neverland. Hit him with the little into dad for the dad joke status. For sure. For sure. Hi, Geek. How you doing? Okay, so here's what I've decided. For many of these items, we're gonna build into this a system like biochemical sculptors. We need to build a storage facility that will take 1,000 of them. Oh Christ, we have to make Fix-It Trigon. Oh boy.
Hey, lovely people, Leland Hart.
Hi, Freya, how's it going? I cannot tell you how weird of an experience it is right now to be playing this game. Banging my head against the brick wall that is trying to automate this late game stuff in this game, and then looking over at the most supportive and beautiful chat on the internet. It is a weird, what's that word? What's that weird for when two parts of your reality like don't match? I'm looking at this game, banging my head against a wall, looking over, chat having a very interesting, lovely, beautiful conversation. Look at the game, bang my head against a wall. Dichotomy. I was thinking more of a word that describes the way that those two realities do not blend. Yeah, dissonance. I'm feeling a very weird dissonance between the way that juxtaposition is a great word too. I was thinking of dissonance, but a very weird dissonance between the two things. This has been Cult Vocab Test. Congratulations, you passed. Evo's just scrolling through the old commands. Holy shit. Sushi. Yeehaw. SMH has been 0 days since Ryan antagonized his mods. Now that one has to be new. That one's new, right? Is that not new? The last 5 years is a blur. Why don't we use SMH more? I'm going to go delete it. BRB, I'm going to go delete it. Fix-It Trigons come from ingots. Ingots we're going to have to find a way to make. I don't know, man. I don't know. They can be made a lot of ways. The problem is which one do I... Probably Caterium. Like Fixite Ingot, which I want to spell F-I-X-I-T-E, but I get it. It should be Fix-It with an E on the end. Probably Caterium. Iron is just a terrible rate. Aluminum's pretty fucking good.
Lelandhart, Lelandhart, Lelandhart.
Oh. Leland Hart. Cat Rushing. Thanks so much for the 5 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Exclamation taser. You know that you've been away for too long when you see Ryan whining. You know what we should do? As a okay. Hear me out. B in the chat if this is a bad idea. G in the chat if this is a great idea. G in the chat if this is a fantastic idea. B in the chat if this is a terrible idea. Are you confused yet? We have one stream where we have to narrow down all of the commands that exist on this channel. I don't know how many there are. How many are there, mods? What if we cut them in like half? We have to get rid of so many. B idea? Bad idea? I think it would be really funny. You get to choose to keep this one, but you got to get rid of that one. I think it'd be really funny. I think at the very least it'd be very interesting. Chat's like, let me have all of my commands. But you're not using them, chat. Just add a command with all the commands instead. You ain't using them. The more commands we have, the more whimsy we have in this stream. Hear me out, though. You have your whimsy, but at what cost? With what sacrifice? You have all of your whimsy for free. I want you to have meaningful whimsy. I want you to have worked for your whimsy. This is a capitalist society, goddammit. You can't have anything good without sacrificing your entire being for it. What's the downside to having all the commands? Absolutely nothing. Don't steal our whimsy, Ryan. It would decrease the work I've been putting off. Evo, don't volunteer or I'll give you something, Ryan, and I've been trying for over a year. Honestly, Tony, you know who is really the dream team for accomplishing that thing? Probably just you and Evo. I think I'm part of the problem here, Tony. 5 years into streaming, here's what I'm learning. If you want something accomplished, Tony says probably just Evo. If you want something accomplished on stream, remove Ryan from the doing of that thing. It's way more likely to get done. This is the lesson I'm learning. Exclamation Gelif, by the way. From Frostpunk, right? Oh my... Wait, is that Frostpunk? You want something done right, ask the mods to do it. Okay. So, first things first. Time crystals, which we can do right here. Right here. We're going to put... we're going to keep this organized. Because what would we be if not... If we didn't have our organization, who would we be? We'd be lost. So this is going to be 30. Time crystals. And then it doesn't matter over there. It just matters over here. Oh, it was RimWorld. Oh, that makes so much more sense, actually. God damn it. I'm sorry, Gelif. How could I forget that? Any parents in the chat? I know Tony will probably know what I'm talking about, but anybody other than Tony? Tony, do you know what I mean when I say that, like, my life, my memory, my actual fucking memory is divided into pre and post having a kid? Shammy, how's it going? Like, my ability to remember something is both divided into two categories and also the, like, way I categorize all those memories. I have a 10-month-old. I get dumber every day. I have a 10-month-old. I get dumber every day is amazing. Okay, we need SAM fluctuators, which is probably what we were building over here, right? I don't fucking remember. Still at work, but I'm on the iPad. Hi, Shammy. Sounds good. I can't remember anything. Dad brain's a real thing. This is why our parents took so many pictures. So... I can't spell. Fluctuator. My oldest is 10 years old. That's too far back. Like a couple manufacturers here. We have 558 commands now. Evo, going alphabetically, can you list for me? You don't even have to tell me what they say. Like, don't tell me what they activate. Going alphabetically, can you list for me the first 5? Don't tell me what they say. Just list for me the first 5. Chat, we're going to do a test. If you know what 3 out of these 5 commands do without testing it, you get to keep all of the commands. The first is 112. That definitely counts. Does anybody know what exclamation 112 in chat does? Question number 1. I think we're actually just going to knock this back even further. Evo does? Well, you're fucking looking at it, Evo. You don't count. Of course you count, but you don't count in this one. Evo, you're our only hope. Oh, no. I lost the ability to... There it is. I know. Are you also looking at it, Tony? Tony counts? Tony, what does it do? No? Yeah, you are. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what it does. We need to put more concrete in the fucking thing. I have no idea what it does. We've never had a list, so it's not fair to expect us to know. I'm not expecting you to know all of them. I'm expecting you to know over half of them so that you get to keep all of them, because otherwise we could just cut them down to the ones people actually know and use. I think it probably makes fun of Ryan. That's a good fucking guess. What does quote 112 do? And do we know when it was made? We don't, right? We don't know. Sorry, command. Do we know what it does? It's a link. 112. 112. 112. It's a clip. We don't get to know when commands were made or who made them. My guess is, if it's this old, if none of us know it, it's probably a Mars clip from back in the day. 112 deaths in one stream. There's text with the clip that says we finally did it. All right, let's roll the clip. Let's see if I can find the clip. If I can watch it on stream, we'll find out. Sam Fluctuator, you currently have no power. I'm just gonna say, by the way, chat, we're 0 for 1. Something to do with emergency. 1112 is the emergency number for people don't watch it on stream. Hollow Knight spoilers? Okay, never mind. So it's from Hollow Knight, and it includes Hollow Knight spoilers, is what we're learning. Thank you, Evo. Is it redacted? Is it Walkway of that song by Johnny Cash? It's redacted. This song by Johnny Cash is Hurt. Bye, Siege. Well, damn it. The problem with that one is that would actually be kind of cool to keep for, like, the history of it. Either way, it's not that. It's something else. It deals with exclamation nickel, though? Well, the problem with that is I don't know what that command is either. Okay. All right, well, let's go to the next one. We're 0 for 1. What's the next alphabetical command? Oh, you're good, Tony. You're good. I wasn't being very clear about what I meant. But the real test is not whether or not I know them. It's whether or not you know them. Yo, Danny. How's it going? K-Bell freaking flex today. Okay, so the next one is 30 days. So I'm pretty sure I know what this is in reference to. Do you know what the command exclamation 30 days would be about? I'm familiar with what it would be. My guess is it lists the months with 30 days in them. Count on your knuckles. That is not the correct answer. I think this one goes in my favor. Carly knows. Do you know because you looked it up, or do you know because you know? Tatilla says some challenge that lasts for 30 days. You're on the right track. Do you know what the challenge is? This is what I mean. We could cut half of our commands because half of them refer to shit that doesn't matter anymore. And this is one of those things, 100%. This is a challenge that lasted 30 days that 100% has no importance and does not need to be a command anymore. I'm pretty sure. Mods, am I right? Did it have to do with Valorant? I don't remember if this is already in a depot or not. Yeah, it does with... I did a 30 straight days of playing Valorant on stream. Why? I don't know, because I hate myself, apparently. We're going to call that 0 for 2. Carly says she knows. I think challenge/game-specific ones aren't really needed, yeah. Carly, did you really know it was Valorant? Okay. We'll call it 1 for 2. Carly does know. Left output. Overflow. We want it to feed the bus first, right? Yeah, we do. And then this one is just SAM fluctuator, so we don't need to do anything else with it. It needs SAM. Reanimated. It needs wire, which I don't think I planned ahead for. And then it needs steel pipe. Thanks for the lurk, Wolfen. 7 DTD is next, which I know even if I wasn't looking at it. Okay. Yep, so we know that one. 7 DTD, it's 7 days to die. Pretty simple. We do have copper wire. We need copper wire. So that's 2 for 3. What after that? And then steel pipe. Then question mark is next. Exclamation question mark. That's good. We know that one. And we use that one. I would say we actually use that one relatively often. That's from Tunic, but definitely has uses in other games for sure. We use it often. So what? You guys are at 7 days to die. Carly knew the 30 days one, but that's it. And so that's 3. You've already gotten 3. All right, damn it. What's the 5th one? You guys have already hit 3. Already hit 3. Then exclamation vodka is next. There's no way anyone remembers what exclamation vodka is, because I don't remember what it is. I've seen this one before. Mars used this one for sure a long time ago. Is that a username? It is. We need Mars here to decode these. The problem is Mars has the memory of a fucking steel trap. And 100% he'd know probably 5 of these. He'd know this one for sure. He made 75% of them. It's true. And he's got a good memory. All right, what's exclamation vodka? I'm assuming vodka is a person, but I'm gonna guess that it's just vodka is made from potatoes. Depends which direction I need to stab. Does it really have the at in it? Holy shit. I didn't even know that it had the at in it. Like, exclamation at vodka. Damn. I'm just saying. I think we could probably cut down that commands list very easily without even taking anything you guys would know. I think there's probably 200 commands that you wouldn't even know. But the interesting thing would be making you choose between sort of a battle of the band situation. Between, let's say like exclamation Tama is probably going to win against almost whatever else is still out there. Whatever else is on the table. But what about, say, what's a command like exclamation Venus? Venus is not a member of our community and hasn't been for years. It has a use though. Exclamation Venus, for those of you who don't know, is something like you're my favorite second monitor streamer. Venus was a member of the community for a long time, but I haven't seen Venus in forever. I hope he's doing well. However, it has like a use case, which is like, hey, I'm going to put you on the second monitor. You're less important to me than you'd think. But it doesn't have a lot of like, you know, I don't think it needs to be around necessarily. Evo says, I use Venus. Hi, Secman. How's it going? Automod is a pretty damn good one. We could, it could become kind of evil. We'd lose stuff from people who are actually still here if they're put against each other. Yeah, for sure. You wouldn't want it to be a popularity contest. I also don't. I'm not actually tied to the idea of getting rid of commands. But I do like the idea of a bracket to decide like what our favorite commands are, you know? I think that could be fun. I also kind of just like the idea of, I think they give you statistics on how often a command gets used throughout the year. I think those statistics can be found. And I think that would be kind of interesting too, just to see like, if a command gets used less than 5 times per year, it gets deleted. Bracket or tier list, remove the bottom portion. We could get rid of exclamation joy. You can pry ramen from my dead cold hands. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I thought you hated soup, Carly. I think a bracket. Hear me out. Okay. Here's what I think we're getting to. I think you want some sort of what do you call it? I think you want some sort of like consequence for the bracket, right? I think that's what we're shooting for here. You want there to be stakes. You want something to matter. Let's make it simple. If your command loses in the bracket competition, you get timed out for a day. Or, if not that, okay. You get timed out for a week, or you have to write a 3-paragraph essay about why you love this community. It's your choice. You can get the ban lifted, but you have to write a 3-paragraph essay about why you love this community. You have homework, or you get banned out for a week, or timed out for a week. Thoughts? As the person who doesn't have to write this, I'm so happy. Joke's on you, I don't have a command. Who was the command we added after stream the other day? Like, it was truly after stream was already done. Three paragraphs is easy. It was MK's. Yeah, it was MK's. That's right. Hi, Jared. How's it going? Is someone getting banned? Yep. Wait, what? Nuzlocke death to put the person's command on trial. I just love auditing chat. I just love looking at chat and being like, when's the last time you said something suspicious? Get him out of here. All right, we got copper powder here. Let's go ahead and put 66. Same fluctuator. I think. Let's go check that though. Nothing's getting added down here on 66, right? No? Not yet. That's not added yet. Okay. I think if Ryan wants to delete a command, he needs to write a 3-paragraph essay on why it deserves to die. Oh, boy. Well, I'm too lazy for that, so you guys win. So 66 is going to be from here. So there. Finally, a use for your degree. Listen. I think we could remove some least favorite / not use commands with the bracket battle, but for least favorite, the one that goes the furthest, like the 25% or lowest ones, gets removed. Yeah, I think there's something to that. I think also probably I would hate to like upset somebody. Like, getting a command is oftentimes like a really cool thing that eventually happens. You know, it doesn't have to happen, but can eventually happen for people in the community. I hate to like, just because your command doesn't get used as often or it gets paired against something strong, I'd hate for you to actually lose out. But I do think we could also just clean up some commands for sure. Okay, so that is in a dimensional depot. There's commands for games that aren't played. Yeah, like I think we probably had one for, what was that game called? Nope. Exclamation Mordor. I played Shadow of Mordor from Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor for 2 hours on stream once 3 years ago. Inscription, yeah. So I guess the real question is, listen, I'm just looking for a way to gamble. I'll be honest with you. The real thing we could do is just say, hey, how low do you think the mods could get our command list by deleting this stuff? Exclamation Meg rank from Valorant. Just from old games, period. That's probably the stuff that gets cleaned up. 558. Okay. Diamonds are here. Those are then going to get used on the next level. Make sand fluctuator, put in a depot. Done. Time crystals are going to be right up here. Do I need to label sand fluctuators? I think I do. The boss tipped ones are great, truly. And that's the kind of stuff we'd hate to lose because it's all like, that's history. Back in the day, this episode would have been called Fluctuate Me Daddy. I just want to point that out. Diamonds, time crystals here. Those are made in converters. Converters take the thing that we just put into sand fluctuators, which we just put into the depot. The problem is those are currently running on overlay only goes in, so it's going to be a little bit perfect. It's happening right now. He just wants to gamble now. I know, right? Converter me daddy. Okay. Also chuck these in here. So, converter. This machine is really beautiful. I just have to say that. I like the way it looks. You're going to like the way you look. I don't like the way it's going to absolutely stick out of the top, but that's okay. Converter is going to make us time crystals. It's just diamonds shoved into this thing. I need another one right there when I eventually get enough material. It's just a... Honest to God, I think the easiest way to feed a machine these days is just to shove one of these on it. Rather than belting it, it's just to do this, 100%. Need 50 more. That's okay. 6. Put that here. Uzai says I joined around the end of the Daddy episode titles, I think. This machine reminds me of something specific. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Maybe it's 17. Is this a 34-sided? How many sides does this shit have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. It's 32-sided. I'm going to say it kind of reminded me of a D20, but it does not. Okay. Evo says, "Give me 10 minutes." Evo, did you just find out today that you can get into the commands list on Discord? You've been in there before, right? No, you've been in there before. I'm about to put Evo to work. Evo has found a new spreadsheet to mess around with. That's for sure. Not on Discord, through Streamlabs. Are you... You're currently accessing it through Discord, right? Or sorry, through Streamlabs, right? Did you just figure out that you could do that? Or, like, did you just get access to it? Or had you been messing around with it before? Gotcha. I knew about the quotes. I didn't know about the commands. Announcement, by the way. Evo's opened Pandora's box of indigestion shit. All right, time crystals. With 100 time crystals, I could make I could do this next research thing. Put a merger here. Oh, they make a beautiful noise. Whoa. Make a beautiful noise, and they like fart out time. Thanks so much for the follow. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? Whoa. They also emit a very weird, like, purple beam. Ryan, what's the announcement at 8 going to be? At 8, I'll probably be asleep already. I like this machine. March 29th is officially Bluebee Day. Uh-oh, we haven't celebrated that one in a while. Yikes. Good, thanks for asking. How are you? I'm good, I'm great. Living the dream. Excited to get to hang out on stream today. It's been a stressful week, just a lot of trying to get a bunch of different stuff together. Elle started her new class at daycare today, or this week, so my daughter is like moving up to a new class at daycare, which is exciting. I'm headed to a bachelor party all weekend starting tomorrow. I'm helping like organize it, so it's, you know, doing some work to like make all that happen. And then we got to prep our house for, and then I needed to like get all the recording done ahead of time for Blueprints before going on this trip. And then we got to prep our house for getting some windows replaced when I get back. Plus cross country's up and running. It's a busy week. Busy week. Okay, time crystals are on deck. Was Bluebee Day when you beat one of the Dark Souls bosses with a crazy payout for Bluebies or something? Or was it when he killed 3 Dark Souls bosses in one stream? It might have been that. Yeah. That's a good thought. Might have been that. Blueprints has been so freaking good. Dude, the game's amazing. The game is amazing. The game is blowing my mind. How is Blueprints getting better? Exclamation dev is also good. All my life I've had to sit in silence as other around me. Reference SpongeBob. Exclamation Dan, it's been 0 days since the last Dan Giesling mention. Dang, that's funny. Dan was mentioned today, actually. Okay, time crystals are done. We're going to need Fixite, so I should probably just go ahead and work on that one while this one backs up. Kind of my thought. I also, while I am here, should be adding stuff to the bus always, despite the fact that I don't have enough material. Mostly in the concrete. All right, let's go get some concrete. So can I ask a question? If you've been watching Blueprints up to this point in the series, I would love to ask a very small question, which is just, if you played Blueprints, would you still be playing the game at the point that I am right now, or would you have kind of set it down? Does that make sense as a question? Uh-oh. We're using too much concrete. I kept playing. You're asking people who played or didn't play? Played. I kept playing. Good. I set it down well before you did? Okay. Like, well before the point where you're at? Okay. The reason I ask is I am truly 0% interested in setting the game down right now. And I'm like, that might be bad in terms of like my ability to eventually move on to another game. I am 0% interested in setting the game down right now. And that makes me a little scared that I'm going to play this game for 200 episodes. And even past people's ability or interest in watching. Missing turbo motors. Fuck. Actually, I wouldn't need to speed that up either way. I would not need to speed up. I could power shard this all. Goes from 45 to 15. So currently we're limited by belt input. And belt output is just always going to be slower. Oh, let's go, Catilla. Some indigestion cards. Let's go. Let's go. Hi, Farinator. How's it going? I'm about where you are in Blueprints. I set it down, but only because life got in the way. Yeah. I probably would have kept playing, assuming I had the time. I stopped for 2 weeks after rolling credits, then kept going. I don't know of another game where my interest has only ramped up after hitting a, like, quote-unquote sort of finish line. Does that make sense? Can I make a turbo motor here? Because we need to improve these. Like, we're... Very long day. Like, we're... Like, okay, so Hades, for instance. Hades is a great game, and I, unfortunately, had a weird sort of reaction to it, which was that I played Hades. I got to a, like, very, very not finish line. But because it was a finish line, I sort of slowed down on it. Whereas with Blueprints, I got to a, like, quote-unquote finish line, and I was like, Interest has only improved from there. I was literally typing a comment about Hades as you said that. There's another game I can think of that gave me that feeling, but you didn't play it yet. Okay. I think it may have to do with the way that, like, with the way that, like, the quote-unquote finish line that we reached in Blueprints was so early compared to the amount of puzzles that I had actually solved, you know? I will continue watching Blueprints as long as the episodes are coming out. Make that 300 per minute. That's not what I... Why am I doing this? Oh, I was thinking maybe I'll do that, and then I could feed these with separate lines, too. So what if we did this? Vertical. So because limestone gets turned in 3 to 1, you need basically 3 belts full coming in to make 3 belts full coming out. But you could also change it and add water. This is fun. I had like 75 hours in Blueprints. I still feel like watching something like episode 6 of your playthrough will give me spoilers. I just can't get over... The game's amazing, right? And I just can't get over, like, how the game has felt like... And it can't be the only game that does this. But the game has felt like it has truly... I'm trying so hard to phrase things carefully without spoiling anything. Oh yeah, these are constructors, not smelters. Okay. Like, the game shifts underneath me. Like, every, like, 10 to 20 hours, 10 to 15 hours, I look up from... I like, take a deep breath. I, like, look up from playing the game, and I realize, oh my god, I'm playing something entirely different than I was 10 hours ago. Like the game, like 10 hours ago, I was in the exact same place doing the exact same thing on a large macro scale, but I was not playing the same game, and that's really crazy to me. It's just amazing. I just saw a clip of Elijah Wood saying he's obsessed with Blueprints right now. That's amazing. That's funny. Okay, so my thought here is just take one of these and like chuck it up here. Are we learning though? This is definitely the easiest way to make this work, right? Are we learning is a dangerous question. Am I learning? Question mark exclamation is very appropriate for that game. I'm so nervous that I'm not going to get a satisfying conclusion. I'm not actually particularly nervous because the game has been amazing. But I'm a little nervous that like I'm going to get to the end of this game and be like, oh, damn, the ending is not particularly satisfying for me because it turned out what I loved the entire time was not getting answers but being on the hunt for them, if that makes sense. Like, I'm a little nervous that, like, nothing is going to top the being in the middle of it in a way that makes the ending sad or dissatisfying or... The game is somehow overhyping itself. Oh my god, look at the sky. What the fuck? I don't know. It's just, it's... Yeah, overhyping or is maybe a way to think of it. Or, like, the thing I'm thinking is, like... How to phrase it? I guess I'm just nervous that the game is so good at making me feel like... At making me really enjoy being on the hunt for something. And I'm nervous about its ability, not because it has shown me this, but just because I'm nervous. I'm nervous about its ability to make me feel satisfied on the other end of that hunt. Because at some point when you're chasing something, right? Like the chase itself kind of becomes its own pleasure, right? Like, I feel like okay, so to clarify this thought, this is only a phrase. I've not done crack. I've not, like, done a hard drug. I've not done cocaine. And this is not me actually trying to compare it. Because I don't know anything about that. But I'm getting so wrapped up in and in love with the chase of certain things in the game right now that I feel like I'm having to caution myself to be like, eventually you're going to get an answer to this. And you're going to need to be able to set that down and be and be content with the fact that you can't stay chasing forever, you know? I wonder if you'll even know when you reach that end in Blueprints. Yeah, I know. But I also think in a related way, like, I don't know if this is even exactly the same, but like maybe related to that is like, I remember the feeling of like finding new areas in Hollow Knight or having big like game-breaking realizations in Tunic and being like, oh boy, we've had 10 of these game-breaking realizations in this game now, but we won't have an infinite number of them. There will eventually be an end to that number. Like, that will stop eventually. We need something like the Mossbag video for Blueprints. We 100% do need that. You are very right. I love it, Shammy. I love it. Is that still Mark 2? Not anymore, bitches. Let's go. Mark 3. That's for the other one. Okay. Like that. So you're making 600 per minute now. The other one is making 300, so one of these is not going to get used quite as often as the other. That's okay, though. I never wanted Hollow Knight to end, which is why I'm coping so hard for Silksong. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm starting to just love... I think it's more expensive. But I'm starting to love directly into and out of conveyors. This feels kind of natural to me. I wonder if this is what other people do in this game. Okay, chat. Front seat question. If you play Satisfactory, when you are feeding or removing from a machine in this game, do you go into a conveyor or a belt? Front seat question. Conveyor or belt is the only thing I'm asking. Conveyor or belt? Horse. Hazy. You can also say neither if you'd like. So down here, we are feeding this machine with a belt. We are exiting onto a belt. That's B. That's belt option. Up here, we are feeding via a conveyor. Removing via a conveyor. A conveyor is a belt? Sure, it is a belt. It functions like a belt. It has belt somewhere in the name, probably, even. No, it even doesn't. It doesn't even have a belt in the name. You mean belts are lifts? Wait, what did I say? Oh, I said conveyor, which is just the first word of conveyor lift. Okay. So lift or belt? Lift or belt? Belt? Hot take. I think using a lift, aka a conveyor, makes a lot of fucking sense. I think it's less clicking overall. It's definitely less clicking overall. Right? Less clicking, less room for error? It's probably more expensive, but I think it's less clicking, less room for error. Like, especially because they make it really easy to place a, they make it really easy to place a lift on a machine. Like, if you put a machine down and you have a lift, it's so easy to just place one. And then it's really easy to place a splitter directly on that. There's no needing to line it up. I started playing this game a few days ago. It's consumed my life. Hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna make all of these Mark V, and frankly, this should be as well, because we don't want to limit it on the output side of things when it is not limited on the input. This should not matter, but we'll do a couple of those that way. Of course, Tama as well. Yeah. Now I'm sitting here being like, there's probably a phase 5 piece of technology that makes all this obsolete. I don't think so, though. I think we finally have gotten access to, like, every piece of technology in the game, basically. Like, we can see at least where it gets unlocked, which is really a big step. Okay, so this goes under here somewhere. I don't remember. Right there. Just double check that it is Mark V, yes. Okay, that should keep our concrete on the bus, which is Mark V, going at a good rate. And hopefully, eventually that will back up and there will be some stored in here. None currently, though. Okay, if there's none currently stored in there, we should probably check one of these as well. Evo says, in Streamlabs, I can also see the ranking of where people are for watch time. I'm in 8th place, not counting the bots in chat. Damn. That's information we can weaponize. I think I'm in 2nd, only to Mars. Are you including me as a bot, Tony? That's a minor Mark II. So it's putting out 150, and we have 3 machines using 45. I passed Hub recently, not including you, Ryan. You're always there. It's true. Okay, so 150 at minor Mark II. What does minor Mark III do? We need more turbo motors. I have to go put turbo motors in depot. Or at least check on it. If something is wrong then. Watch time, baby. If you're worried about, like, Katilla's sitting there worried about how your watch time numbers could have been better if you had joined earlier, or, you know, there's people like Tony and Mars and Evo who are going to be really hard, if not impossible to catch. Don't worry. I'm here to tell you that although it looks like the individual members of chat are being ranked by their loyalty via a bot that we have in chat that tells you, hey, how long have you watched the stream for? Although it looks like they're being ranked objectively in chat, I'm here to tell you that I rank each of you subjectively inside of my mind every day. Don't worry, you may be an objectively at one spot on the list in Streamlabs' documents, but inside of my head, you move up and down all the time. Bye, Timble. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, so if we make each of these faster with these, they take 112 per minute. This thing can chuck out... Shit. These things can chuck out 300 per minute. So 3 machines would be a little bit too little. But it also feeds our dimensional depot, so we should probably make that thing work. Okay, we need more power shards, unfortunately, which sucks. So we're going to go grab a couple power slugs from somewhere. I don't have it researched yet. I probably almost have it researched over there. But I need 10 power shards to make it happen. Shit. Well, that's kind of funny. I need power shards to research how to make power shards. Fuck. Hush, I want to feel good about having wasted over 600 hours. Ryan, yes or no? Are we ranked subjectively by how often we type? Bilbo Baggins is my answer to that. AKA, I like half as much as you, twice as much as you deserve. Huh? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, my honest to God, my honest to goodness, no memes, no just trying to be entertaining thoughts on this matter is, if I were telling you my confidence levels in, it's been 5 years, right? I am still fucking stunned that anybody has longer than like 100 hours watch time. Because I spend like 100 hours with myself and I get annoyed. I spend 200 hours with myself and I get real annoyed. Where the fuck are the power slugs? What about those of us who basically never type? I know, the lurkers. It's crazy. The lurkers. Lurkers make up a big part of stream. Ryan, to be clear, wait, we are not saying we don't get annoyed. I know, but you guys are so generally, like, generous about the fact that if you do get annoyed, you also forgive. Or if you do get annoyed, you use it to make interesting conversation or entertainment happen on stream. So, you know. I'm not gonna make that shit. To me, it just feels surreal that anybody would do more than like 100 hours of watch time. 100 feels like I'm asking a lot. And I think you're honestly like... Yeah, I don't know. I think it is kind of rare to have... Alright, let's go check this real quick. Repairs needed. It's turbo motors. Of course it is. I think it's really rare to find a place you want to spend 100 hours. So I just feel grateful. Feel grateful, feel lucky. Yeah, we're going to get this hard drive. We're petitioning the mods to have spoiler chat renamed Oh My God, Why, Just Why. Listen, we were on our feel-good soapbox. Let me have this for 2 seconds. You usually stream during my workday, so it's background noise / respite from work. Okay, exclamation Venus. Listen, I'm aware that the other half of the conversation, one half of the conversation is I truly think these are like the kindest people on the internet, and so many of you have been so kind to me so repeatedly for so long. It's truly mind-boggling. I know that the other half of that conversation is a lot of you are here and barely paying attention most of the time. And I'm here to just say I'm really grateful for that. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for lurking on your and putting me on your 4th monitor. Probably should build this someplace that isn't right here, but whatever. Fourth monitor in this economy? I mean background noise in the nicest way. Trust me, I take it in the nicest way. I'm truly only allowed to do my job because some people choose to put me on the 3rd and 4th monitor. So thank you. Thank you. You're definitely 2nd monitor worthy. Anytime you hear me talking about urine or breast milk, it's just an attempt to get moved from 3rd monitor to 2nd. That's all I got to say. In the best way, I hope you know that I put on these streams sometimes intending it to be 2nd monitor activity, then end up doing nothing else for hours. Whoops. That's exactly what I was saying. For me, it's usually on my phone, propped up on a stand on my desk. Well, thank you guys for being here. Seriously. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I feel so lucky to get to do this. And I'll do my best to keep you entertained. And screaming at the screen a little bit, occasionally. Ah, you can dismantle these, but you can't dismantle it if it contains items. That sucks. Okay, I need power shards, and I need them fucking... I mean, yeah. Power shards, I need them yesterday. Yesterday, I say. Oh, I see it. This ought to be interesting, chat. Don't fall off the waterfall, please. Don't get shot to death by Charmander. Ah! We're dodging. That wasn't sketchy at all. Did you finish the game, Maddie? Yesterday? You finished Satisfactory? Oh my god, how are you feeling? You said you're taking a break from it, which I do find funny. It does feel like Satisfactory is probably one of those games where it's like you finish it and a small part of you, or maybe even a large part of you, is like, thank Christ I can put this game down. I love this game. I am also going to be very happy to put it down for a week or two when I finish it. Blueprints videos get primary screen while I eat. Sometimes it's hard not to spit out my food, but I manage. Hey, listen, recently I think I've definitely been killing, and by definitely I mean I hope to God I've been killing it. I feel like recently in Blueprints my gaming has gotten a lot better. Not to be clear, when you start on the bottom, there's not a lot of places to go but up. But I feel like we've really been like clicking on all cylinders recently. Ah, those are fucking monsters. Firing or clicking? You're right. You're right. We have clicking is weird. Clicking is absolutely weird. We're gonna die here. We're gonna fucking die here. I don't know where they all went. Oh, there's one. Ah! I really need to catch up on Blueprints. I'm so far behind. First off, I don't know that you need to catch up. You can catch up whenever you choose to. Here's my question, and I have not actually asked this question yet, so I think it's probably about time. Small Blueprints front seat question here. If you're caught up currently, how much more Blueprints would you say that I have to play? We're like 57 episodes in or something like that. I know I'm sure it will depend on how things go. Oh, hello. Just a general time estimation between many and a lot. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Get up into a tree. I need to eat something. Okay, they're still alive. Still alive. Leave me alone. You're dead. I think the better play is just to send these guys over the edge. But it's really hard to see to make that happen. Maybe 30 or 40 hours. Okay, okay. We assuming big brain or small brain? It's me. Assume small brain. You want an estimate? I mean, I'd say maybe at least as much as you did so far. Maybe half as much as you did so far. Maddie says it's relieving to finally do it. You motivated me to get back to working on it. Watching you learn it and doing an amazing job, honestly. Thank you, thank you. Exclamation hubs. Oh my god, Evo is becoming unstoppable with this power. Okay. So I have enough to make... If that's not 10, it's relatively close. It's 10. Let's go. I'd guess you're about around the halfway region. That's mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. Cool. All right. That's probably enough to at least get us started on the potential production of new power shards. The thing that scares the shit out of me is that people said, quote unquote, I don't really make power shards in my game. Nope, 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 nope. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I have an inhaler somewhere. Where is it? I'm really worried this is going to be a dog shit recipe as soon as I make it. I don't want to give you my day count or how many hours played. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, I appreciate that. I love the little tiny, like, rough estimates. I feel like that's really useful to me to get to know how much... Basically just to know, like, do I need to start planning a new series immediately, or do I have time to... Oh my god, it's hell here. I'm gonna fucking die again. Are we out of ammo? We're out of ammo? Oh boy. Ah. Fucking hit me. I did the wrong one. Shit. Ah. Okay. We're alive. All the things are happening at once. It's bad. We need more homing rifle ammo, which takes normal rifle ammo. I think I saw the Matrix for a little bit. You did. I accidentally hit this button. Saw the Matrix for a moment. Ah, gosh. I'm going to miss you guys the next week. GGSD. So what's the lore for this one, Ryan? Good game, suck dick. Wow. Okay. Okay. Is Mars here? Does Mars remember? GGSD. So I think it also... I have an idea, but I don't know that it's right. Which is that I'm pretty sure what happened is Megan didn't know so many of the, like... When I first started streaming on Twitch a couple years ago, Megan is not really a gamer. Like, she doesn't know the, like, online speak. So GGs is a thing she had to learn. And people were always typing GGS. And she had to learn that GG meant good game. She thought it was, like, good game something. She did not really comprehend that. I'm pretty sure somebody just typed GGS, but then accidentally hit D on the end of it. And Megan was like, what does that stand for? Good game, suck dick. And I was like, no. But kind of, yes. Sometimes you're saying GG at the end of the game, and what you really mean is like, you suck, I beat you. And so, is that what happened, Mars? Thank God. Another tiny little piece of Megan lore is that when you type lol in chat, that little face that pops up, Megan, for like a year, was like, Mars basically, in her head, Mars looks like the lol emote. Because she'd never met Mars at that point. And Mars was typing lol all the time. Every time she was talking in chat, Mars was typing it. So she just started to imagine him that way. GGSD, by the way. Good game, suck dick. All right, this gets us like 700 ammo. I can't believe you'd say Megan isn't a gamer. She's always gaming. It's true that Megan is always winning games, but she really had not participated a lot in online gaming culture. And so had a lot to learn. And you know what? She had a lot to learn when I started streaming. And people like Mars, and more specifically Seb, had a lot to teach her about what online... Where was this power slug at? This way? Right here. All right, you bitches, I'm back. I'm back, and I'm here to kill you this time. Where is it? Somewhere over here. There you are. Die, 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 die. Let me get this thing and get out. I don't want to be here. Ah! It's fucking... Get me out of here. Ryan, you made that sound so creepy. I mean, it was almost every stream, mostly Seb, that Seb was saying stuff like anal beads or roofs mavor or... Haha. I see you. No, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. RIP roast mavor, by the way. RIP exclamation BO. Exactly. What is LOL actually? Because to me, it looks like Travis Willingham. It looks like Travis Willingham. That's funny. That's really funny. Who is it? I don't know who it is. Okay, as a new critter, I am really liking the idea that that would be Travis Willingham, though. I'm really enjoying that. When I first joined Twitch, I 100% thought it was Travis. Oh, I think that's a Mercer sphere over there. Oh, it's spiders. Oh, it's spiders. Oh, fuck me sideways with a stick. It's spiders! Fucking die. I need a flamethrower. I need to burn this whole island, this whole place down. It's Total Biscuit. That sounds like the right name of the person. Imagine choking on farts in your sleep and dying. See, there's so many. It's been 5 years of long conversations. 80% of which I don't remember. 80% of which were from before I had a kid, so I really don't remember them. I don't remember that. That's for sure. Base is that way, yeah? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I just want this tiny power shard. No, that's going to hit me. What is that? Cooling systems? Uh-oh. I could probably do cooling systems. Can I not make cooling systems in a handcrafter? Only in a blender, that's why. Oh my god, there's a thing right here. Oh my god, stop hitting me. No. I think they're hitting me through the rock. You can dodge as you grab it. There we go. I think this might be a Mercer sphere.
Look through the window and witness a
Aw, exclamation Affy. Yo, I miss Affy. Some of these people I don't miss, but I miss Affy. Some of these commands are named after people I don't particularly miss, but I miss Affy for sure. That is part of the problem with commands like this, is that like sometimes they're great members of the community for a long time. Sometimes they're great members of the community for 2 weeks. Almost all of them are great members of the community. Occasionally you get somebody you're like, oh, well, I forgot that asshole had a name. I'm teasing. There are a couple, though. And I will not be telling you which ones. We're going the wrong way. Fuck, we're going the wrong way. Fine. We'll figure it out. No comment. Exclamation, Addy. I must say you really like games where you were alive for less than a minute before restarting. It's kind of funny because, like, some of these people, like, they dropped in for, like, so little time overall. The instant worry when you say that. I can't believe that jerk Carly got a command. Never again, I'll tell you that much. No, it's like, I mean, truly 99.9% of the people are awesome. But when you have a, you know, when you encounter that many people, occasionally you're going to get one that's, you know, things end up not going the right way. And not even like necessarily, some people are buttholes, but also some people are just like, they and I don't see eye to eye, or like they and someone else don't see eye to eye, or whatever, you know. Not Carly slander in the big 2025. Evo, can you okay, can you explain that to me? Can you young-splain that to me? You know mansplaining? Can you young-splain what you just said to me? What is the big 2025? The big year 2025? Oh, I went the wrong way. I needed to go down. Shit. You've never heard that before? Nah. Quiet down, peepaw? All right. That was aimed at Mars, not at me. Never mind, I support it. So I need to do right in here. Finally, we need to research how to make power slugs via synthetically. I need time crystals. They're in the, and quartz crystals. They're in the dimensional depot, but they're not in my hand. In the year of our Lord 2025 has a similar feeling to me, but I'm not a native speaker, so what do I know? And the year of our Lord 2025, though, has the opposite thing going for it, where it's like, that's a thing, that's a, you know, saying something is from the year of our Lord 2025 means that, like, you're borrowing a phrase from, like, the 40s. I don't, like, it's like forever ago. In the big 2025, I've never heard that before. So my assumption is that it must be new, aka like the same but opposite, like a way to refer to a year, very similar phrasing, but so new that I've never even heard of it. I have 28, I need 100. You were just complaining it was young people lingo, then I use old people words and you still complain. Oh, okay. I misspoke. I hope it was not coming across as complaining. It was more my impression is in the year of our Lord is so ancient. I'm probably never going to be the person who is saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe! Have you heard what the kids have made up this year to say the same old shit we've all been saying for years?" Because I'm not the kind of person who's like, "Get off my lawn," use the phrase the rest of us have been using instead of using whatever you're coming up with. I think if young people want to come up with new ways to say old shit, they should. And because I'm terrified of missing out, and frankly, I exist on the internet and I like to remain abreast of these things, I'm gonna be knocking down their door being like, "Hey, can you explain what this means to me? Hey, I will absolutely be Urban Dictionarying this later. What does that word mean?" Somebody who's on my lawn, I'd be livid though. Why? 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 What's that? What's that? What's that vine of the preacher just going, why? What is he saying? People know what I'm saying, right? Why? 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 Is he saying why? What is he saying? My dogs bark. It's a whole thing. Quartz crystal over here, right? I'm a millennial. I can't afford a lot. I thought I'd be able to keep up with the kids, but sometimes the middle schoolers I teach say things and I'm completely lost. You do what you want with that. Some people I think are like, I don't need to get into the weeds on it, you know? Like if I was a middle school teacher as my day job and a kid came to me while I'm trying to shove Algebra 2 down their unwilling throats and they said to me, Ohio Skibbity Riz, an inside part of me might break in a way that never gets fixed. And I understand that. However, I fall very, very far on the other end of the spectrum for some reason. I'm not trying to take credit for this, but it is my absolute pleasure to go to cross-country practice and to surprise the kids by knowing exactly what the fuck they're saying when they're speaking in their lingo that they don't think we're going to understand. It is my absolute favorite thing to like get one over on them, to be like, to understand and comprehend what they are saying in a way that they are not expecting. It's so fun. It's so fun. Ohio Skibbity Riz sounds like a young rich spell. They're casting a spell, indeed. Start research. Power shard, done. Let's see.
Research completed.
Moment of truth.
Synthetic power shard recipe unlocked. Exchanging regular exercise and filtered fresh air with automation is just the kind of progress Fixit likes to see.
No, this is bad. This is very bad. It takes time crystals and dark matter crystals, quartz crystals, and excited photonic matter to make a fucking power shard. There's no way. It gives off dark matter residue. There's simply no way. Produced in nothing. Produced in nothing. He thought it'd be easy. I hoped it'd be easier than that. That was not worth it. There's no way I'll ever make one of those. Alien power matrix. Intricate condensed matter matrix is used to enhance the output of the alien power augmenter. Perfect. Initially developed in efforts to create a human-made summer sloop. Alien power matrix cannot sustain the extra-dimensional energy connected. Takes 100 of these fuckers, though. Singularity cells, I can't even make that yet. It's researched soon. Check a hard drive in here. All right, let me clean my inventory out. Okay, we can make more power shards. We'll go back over and we'll fix our concrete. And then time to just keep on going. Damn it. I'm so sad that didn't work out like I hoped it would. I'm gonna have to keep hunting these things. It's totally just more worth it for me to spend my time hunting them down. One of the sixth graders got really into Hamilton this year, and I felt like that "Don't cite the deep magic to me" quote. Yeah, is there any pleasure greater than the moment a young child realizes you are greater than the category they had shoved you into, than the little box they'd shoved you into? To me, it's so fun. It's so fun to be like having a conversation with a kid, or you know, be it my like 5-year-old nephew, or be it like the kids I coach at cross country, and for them to be like, for some way for them to be like, you understand this? it is also kind of, at this point, one of my favorite ways to get kids who are quiet at cross country to sort of open up a little bit is they'll be like, you know, if they're quiet, I'll be like, what have you been up to this summer? And here's the key. No matter what they have been up to this summer, there is one answer that will basically get a reaction from them no matter what. Like, if you were to ask a bunch of 10 to 12-year-olds what they've been up to all summer, there is one answer that will basically get a response no matter what. Have you been anywhere? Like, have you traveled anywhere? Have you been? What have you been up to? Have you just been hanging out with friends? The question is, been hanging around the house playing Fortnite? Because if they have, they'll talk to you about it. If they haven't, they'll let you know that, of course not. They're too old and complex and complicated for Fortnite at 12 years old. Hi, Ion Master. How's it going? Got a little question. If any of you don't mind helping me out very slightly. We could try. If it's about Satisfactory, this is probably not the place to put it. Just because we don't tend to talk about, like, answering gaming questions in the game right now. Because it might spoil stuff for me or for somebody else. But it's something else. Yeah, that's a little bit more concrete. We're still not making enough concrete on this belt. How do you do, my fellow Fortnite players? How do you do, my fellow Fortnite players? Okay, there's supposed to be more concrete somewhere over here. It's a question relating to the phase 2 to 3 transition. So you could either hop into the Discord spoilery chat, or see if somebody here is willing to chat with you about it. That one's a dead end. Where the hell is the rest of this concrete? I know there's more concrete over here. Ryan, have any of your XC kids ever figured out you stream? No, and I will be doing everything I can to keep it that way. No, I tend to not really talk about what I do. I also don't really talk about... That's 600 per minute. That's too much. These things can only do 115. Oh, this has a summer sloop in it. Okay. That's not right. This can only do 112. Oh my god, I'm already out of power shards again. You've got to be kidding me. This could use more power shards too. Fuck. What are you gonna do when they find out? Who says they're gonna find out? I mean, first off, you have to click a little thing when you start watching this Twitch channel that says, hey, I'm older than 18. They'd get banned? They'd absolutely get banned, yeah. Absolutely. Plot twist, I'm one of your XC kids. It didn't stop a surprise. That's true. God damn it, I can't believe I need more power shards. This is just going to keep me from working on other things. Okay, how many Satisfactory... Who's the Satisfactory, like, holy triumvirate? It's like Shammy, Mog, and Formy, really. Between those three, I think we may only have Formy here today. I'm probably missing some people, too, on that list. Just 54. Mog's here? We're all here! My bad, guys. Shows how well I've been reading chat. All right, of the holy triumvirate, there are many other of you as well, and I care about all your opinions. Thoughts on whether or not it would make sense for me to get power shards off camera in the future? I really hate to quote-unquote waste our time, and or by waste our time, I basically mean I have a limited amount of hours of stream per week. I hate to waste that time chasing down power shards. And now that I know that I don't think I'm going to be buying or using the recipe. Thoughts on that? It's a little bit of map exploration, which I know people can like, but it's also a ton of killing enemies and retracing old footsteps and running across the entire map. And thoughts? I guess it's still fun to watch you find them, but yeah, it does get a little long. There's so many other games to play. Yeah, and it's also just like not anything particularly new. Like we've done a ton of looking around the map in the past. I'd try to stick to areas that I've been before, but I'm sure there's still plenty of stuff to find in areas that I've been before that I've not found yet. But you do it in YouTube bonus episode format. That's true. Oh, that's a spider. Oh, fuck. Blew it to smithereens, though. Oh, yeah. Spiders on spiders. I'm here for the streamer, not the gameplay. Otherwise, I'd have left in 2022. You've had some fun adventures searching them out. I'd vote do it on stream. My only concern with doing anything off-stream exploration-wise is there are small things it would be funny to see your reaction to if you ever find them. I'd be heartbroken. I wouldn't be heartbroken if you did. Okay, okay. Yeah. Well, and frankly, like... I probably just need to get my heart set on the idea... Oh, shit. I fell down. I probably just need to get my heart set on the idea... Fuck me, dude. Oh, my God. There's a big one. That I don't need to use power shards. I can always just build more machines if need be. Summer Sloops is a little different, and Mercer Spheres is definitely different, but Power Shards is just a little... The problem is I feel like I spend 2 hours back at the factory, and then I spend an hour going to get stuff. Which is bad for plans, but I don't know. I guess it could be fun for watching. If you were up for doing it, I don't know how hard it was for you to do. Recording bits for YouTube videos like Fixmas would work. That's true. That is kind of the best of both worlds. Like, if you want to seek it out, you can find it. If not, good point. It's a good point. Where is this shit? Aha. Hello. Do you like some front seating about how much time in greater, less than format other streamers have spent gathering power shards? Sure. I'm into that, yeah. We have one MAM research complete. We're gonna chuck it down because I think we have a second one here. No, we didn't get the second one because it required an item we didn't have. Turbo motors. Fuck. I wonder how... I don't know. I wonder how exploration holds up for a second playthrough. I feel like I would love to play this game with, like the second time playing this game for me... And I'm sure this is very different for different people because this is the nature of video gaming. People just have they love different parts of the same whole thing. And forgive me if I've said this before. I feel like for me, a second playthrough of this game, I would be much more interested in rebuilding a factory and climbing a technology tree, if you will. More so than needing to go around and get more of the spiders, by the way. Spiders in chat. Exclamation spiders. rather than getting collecting power shards, Mercer spheres, summer sloops. But I guess at that point you just look it up. You just look up where to do it. You do it relatively quickly. But I'd still like you have to craft ammo. You have to do all this stuff. I don't know. Ah! Lag. Exclamation away. Uh-oh. Is this for Mog? What Mog was trying to say? I haven't really looked at chat yet. Or was it something else? Mog tried to give me some information, which I am I'm down for. I'm front seatable. But I don't want to go looking into chat if there's stuff in there I shouldn't see. Mog, would you mind restating whatever you were saying? No worries, Farinator. No worries. There's a power shard over here. Is it low? Fuck, that scared me. Holy shit, you gave me a heart attack. You could spend 8+ hours of slug gathering on stream very easily. I believe that. I 100% believe that. This one in the upper left-hand corner of my map, there's something trying to attack. The radar in the upper left-hand corner of my map has 53 power slugs available to find in the radar area. That's just power slugs. I'd spend 2 hours chasing down this. That one's got 62. This one's got 54. I could spend 2 hours just chasing down the 54, the 8, the 3, and the 3 inside of this thing. And maybe I still wouldn't get them all. Frankly, with as much as I talk, I probably wouldn't get them all. That's the part of it that I'm like, damn, it would be a minute. There. I think that's it, probably, if I had to guess. Careful of spiders. They tend to be... Nope, we're good. There's another front seat that would help with slugs, but it's a bit more of a direct front seat. Okay. Can I ask a question about potential front seat? Does it also affect Summer Sloop / Mercer Sphere / hard drive? Yes or no, or which ones of those it does or does not affect? Because this is kind of like what we were doing, hazy-ish. Okay. That's a fucking spider again. God damn it. Sorry, I don't need to go that way. We're kind of at that point in the game where I'm kind of. So we've done our best for a very long time at this point, right? To try and get a thorough understanding of. Where is this? Is it down again? Is it on the other side? How do I phrase this? One of my main aims in this game so far has been to get a good feeling of like what it would be like to play this game blind start to finish, or at least relatively close to start to finish. Like a thorough glimpse at the game. Aha. Aha! All the way through without backseating, wiki usage, outside help, etc. That said, that's our starting aim. However, sometimes towards the end of a game, you know, I'm human like anyone else. We actually just did this with Dredge. In Dredge, we reached a moment where I was like, rather than being as thorough as possible, I think I will cut some of the content of the game in order to enjoy it as much as possible. I would say I am leaning towards not cutting content in this game. If I were to get power shards, dimensional depots, and or summer sloops and hard drives in particular off camera in some more efficient way, that might actually increase my ability to enjoy looking through alternate recipes and and enjoy the time that I do have on stream getting to play. Like, you know, if we play this game about once a week, about 4 to 6 hours, spending 2 of those hours chasing something down is a little less than ideal. That's the trade-off I'm kind of imagining right now. I'm not committed to it, but that's the trade-off I'm kind of imagining. We have, I don't know how many alternate recipes left to find. I don't know if we'll find all of them, but one way that probably the only way we ever would find all of those alternate recipes, or a lot of those alternate recipes, would be if I did a lot of off-screen grinding for hard drives and other materials. And if I'm gonna do it off stream, I may, or maybe even on stream, I may do that with some like front seating to make that more efficient. Because at some point, the inefficiency of something like that, which is more about like front seating how to design my factory, I feel like would steal the soul away from my factory and the soul away from my experience playing the game, right? Getting front seat help on how to find items that I'm gonna have to find either way and doing it more efficiently, fucking spiders, dude, might not steal the soul of the game. It may keep the soul of the game alive. In a way, keep the soul of my enjoyment alive. I don't know. About time saving, not how to play. Yeah. Fucking, they're everywhere, dude. They're everywhere. I don't know. This is very interesting. This is all very interesting. I love conversations like this. You know why I love conversations like this? Spiders, by the way. Because to me, conversations about this are mostly about what level of thoughtfulness do I want to bring to my experience of the game? What level of thoughtfulness do I want to bring to what I'm trying to get from this? I think games have a tendency, not always, but a slight tendency as a like cultural art style, whatever, of being sometimes a little bit more like, I play the game for 2 hours before bed, I turn my brain off, I just do my thing. I obviously really enjoy being like, if we prioritize this, does this... So let's clarify here. So Shammy, I'm gonna make sure I understand. Shammy is saying there's another front seat that would help with slugs, but it is a direct front seat. It would be time saving, not quote unquote how to play. And it is hazy about whether or not it would help with hard drives, Summer Sloop, Mercer Sphere. I lean towards yes. But I wouldn't do it if spoiler chat in general was like, no, I really don't think he should. Then I wouldn't do it. But otherwise I think I lean towards yes, finding out what that is. There's a lizard dog right there. Is our lizard dog... Oh, records heavy mod frame. I feel like we had a lizard dog like right here that we trained. Oh my god, these machines are loud as shit. We should probably turn those down eventually. Okay. Currently spoilery chatting. Sounds good. You guys are the best. Thanks for caring so much to try and figure this out. I have 2, 5. It's not a lot, but it is enough to solve my problem, right? And yellow is the second best. Blue is the worst. So I only have 9. Several people are chatting. Here's the other thing I would add to this conversation. Sorry, I know you guys are currently chatting. I do think the risk of the alternate risk is not the risk. The trade-off is probably more closely if Ryan gets help finding power shards and or hard drives, he may be able to do some more looking at alts in the game. If he does not get help finding hard drives, he may just not be able to look at the alts on this playthrough. Because I don't think it's sustainable to just... like, I don't think at this rate I would probably go for finding all of the alts on my own time. Although I should check this one. This is the one that's hard modular frames? Maybe? Let's go. Several people are chatting. Man, I love video games. I just do. All right, let's go see about this power slip. On a completely yeah, never mind. A completely other note, I was gonna say nothing. We're leaning towards hinting at it. The other option we could always do is we could do like we've done in other games, where it's like you guys could, if it's something in game that I can discover, you could help point me towards discovering it, which often, not always, but often helps you still get to see me discover something without just being directly told, rather than a like, hey, your final destination is Kroger, take 2 rights, then a left to get there. It'd be more like, hey, the front seat driving would be more like, hey, take a left here, take a right here, and then think about where you've ended up, kind of situation. You've got us in a very intense conversation about what to tell you. I love it. I feel so honored that you guys care that much. That's amazing. That's so cool. Thank you. Mog's come up with a perfect comment. What else is new? Mog, perfect comment. We want to lead you to the answer but not tell you. That tends to work really, really well for, like, we did that so successfully on like Ocarina of Time, for instance. I like, to me, that is so much fun for me. It's up to you guys if you want to do that work, though. I know that's work. I must be the luckiest person on the fucking internet, dude. I think it must be true. That one's already been done. There's a power slug over here somewhere, but I don't know where. Up here? Yep. Oh! Do we need to compile Satisfactory? Oh my god, wait. Before you do anything. I have an idea. Before you do anything, I think I have maybe found an answer to it. I loved all the hints Spoiler Chat gave for Tunic. Honestly, Tunic was one of those good ones too. Before you do anything, I have an idea. Part of my problem right now is power shards, right? I have just unlocked the ability to craft synthetic power shards. I wonder if one of the solutions, rather than going and finding power shards or paying the very expensive is this what you guys were suggesting? Or going to suggest? Front seat, yeah, front seat. Damn it, no Mercer spheres. There's no way. You could buy hard drives? What? Not our suggestion. It cost 10 coupons for 10 power shards, which is not amazing. One hard drive for 100 is fucking ridiculous, by the way. What are the other things I need? Hard drives. There's no way you can buy summer sloops. Okay, not our suggestion. Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm glad I had that thought, though. I'm glad I had that thought. And I can't always do that if I really need to. I should have enough to make that concrete run, so I'm going to start going back now. I'm watching them try and craft the best way to do this, and meanwhile, I'm just like, damn, I don't know what any of these words mean. Hell yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board for whatever. It sounds like Spoiler Chat is maybe crafting some sort of hint. I'm on board to receive that. If you guys are willing to give it, I'm very on board to see it. Very on board. We currently have a vote going on. Now. We got to a vote? We all know what I'm about to say. This has never been a democracy. Oh, you're voting between hints. Okay. I was going to say, you teased me. Now I'm curious. And now I'm like, please don't vote not to do it now. Now I'm fucking dying of curiosity over here. We're doing something, we just don't know what yet. Ah! I missed the line. It's fine. Now my vote has changed. As soon as I said it's not a democracy. Oh my god, I need to remember. Check. I'm still really not getting used to the fact that Megan is now like in work all day without access to her phone most of the time. And so I am responsible for making sure that daycare is not being like, hey, your daughter shit her pants and we need you to come pick her up. She did shit her pants today, but she did not. But they decided to keep her. Let's go. There's a people vote that Shammy decides on the best of the hints. Go Shammy. Like father, like daughter, by the way. You have words for me? I'm ready whenever you are, Shammy. Okay. We did all of that to get power shards to go over to this thing. Even from day one, we don't make power shards by hand. Even from day one, we don't make... I keep hitting the wrong button. Even from day one, we don't make power shards by hand. Speak the words, Stormlight reference. Seeing Ryan flail through the menus. Dude, I just kept opening photo mode. O and P are right beside each other. Okay, to me that has to be a hint at constructor versus crafting bench. So I'm making them by hand using crafting bench. Okay, I think I figured it out. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. Oh, what the fuck? I did photo mode again. It's probably this. Is it related to output multiplier? Front seat. Fuck. That does make a lot of sense. Take one power slug to make 2 power shards instead of 1. Oh, no. All right, chat, let's estimate. How many power shards do you think I have made by hand in the last... ...228 hours of this game that could have been doubled? Oh, fuck. Last week you asked if we make shards by hand, thinking of synth shards. This is why you gotta know, because you never make them by hand, because you make them That's funny, because what I was trying to ask last week was more, do you use the synthetic shards recipe rather than crafting them using stuff you find in the wild? But I now know what you mean. Wait, I didn't know that. I always made them all by hand. Better question is how many tamas? Yeah, there's probably been at least 3 tamas per power shard. Shit. Oh, boy. I'm happy I didn't just right now make these into power shards first. But I did make all those other ones. The Mercer spheres, I can't... Does this apply to anything else? I can't do it with... I can't make Mercer spheres. I can't make hard drives. I can't make summer sloops, so it doesn't matter for any of those. So at least there's that. Oh boy. You specifically phrased it by hand. Oh, this would not be the first time that I have very, very badly phrased a front seat question. This wouldn't be the first or the last time I have very badly phrased a front seat question. I think what we'll do here is just put this here. Have it sit here constantly. Power it up. Give it summer sloops. I can keep the rest of the summer sloops in my inventory. Then chuck over this. And we can switch recipes. Huh. On that bombshell, I have to go cook. Enjoy the rest of stream. I just have a bad feeling in my stomach right now about this. Wait, did that make 2? Ah! I keep going into fucking photo mode. I'm just trying to search for power shard. This should make 4, as opposed to 2. It's a constructor, so it can only have 1. Yellow power slug. Shout out to Spoiler Chat, though. This playthrough started out rough with backseating. These days, Satisfactory streams are a breeze with how thoughtful everyone is about spoilers and hints. Yo, you're right about that. Shout out. We really lucked out. We really, really lucked out in terms of, like, how kind people have been. Damn. Yeah, that's going to cut my time in half. Hopefully that front seat will improve your enjoyment without essentially telling you how to play. No, because you... No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That's perfect. Because it's something I immediately knew. Crafting by hand, what would be the advantage of putting him in a constructor versus a crafting machine that you craft by hand? Well, the only advantage is you can overclock and output multiply a fucking machine. And for something like this, where you have to find every individual thing, you're not trying to hit a ratio, you're just trying to make more of it. Damn. I'm just sick at my... I'm just thinking I have probably collected... Is there... Okay, front seat question. Is there a way in-game to tell how many power shards I have... power slugs I have collected? Is there a way to tell? Because I would love to know. Like, if there was a, like... Hey, you've collected... You've built this many walls. You've done... Not that I can think of. I would love to know. And by love to know, I would be so scared to know. Because 100%, I've probably handcrafted like 200 power shards, which would be 400 power shards, which would be way different. Ah. It's nothing you didn't know. It's not something you didn't know. It's just something you didn't piece together. 100%. 100%. And so, I will say, so often with blind playthroughs, that's kind of the thing that ends up biting me in the ass. Is like, I piece one thing together, but not related to the second thing. And that causes problems, you know? Or like, I know that piece of information. I just did not think it through for that specific use case. Huh. Man. I'm just sitting here being like, what else do I absolutely need to summer sloop? I don't know. Okay, so that should make more concrete. We should have more concrete generally on the belt. That should help with maybe backing some up. We have some backed up. This was a journey I started like 2 hours ago. Now that there's some backed up, that means there's some in this storage over here. Now that there's some in this storage over here, that means I can grab a couple hundred and go build our factory a little easier. Jesus Christ. What a journey. What a journey. I love factory games. I just got lost in the sauce for 2 hours because I didn't have as much concrete in my inventory as I would have liked. I had to revamp all of our concrete production at least a little bit. Along the way, I had to learn what I'm doing with my power shards. It's inefficient. We felt like you were ready for that, quote unquote, because you asked to save time. Yeah, for sure. Well played. Well played. Okay, so now that I have that, I was just building concrete up there. We need to get back on my list. Make power shards ? No. Synthetic ones do not seem worth it at this stage. Turbo motors do need to go inside of a depot, or I need to check on what is happening with turbo motors. So let's do that. Sulfuric acid. Still an empty row there that we could use if we needed to. Turbo motors. You are just lacking an item, which is RCUs. Okay. You are heavily lacking RCUs. I think those were down a little bit, right? Right here. Okay, RCUs are lacking. Please don't tell me it's stators. Is it computers? Fuck me. Computers, which are lacking... circuit boards. Some things never change. Circuit boards is still... floor 1 is still our biggest problem in our factory right now. And that's just because we don't have enough machines doing it. We have, like, what, 6 machines? 1, 2, 3. We have 8 machines making 7.5 circuit boards a minute. That's 60. I know that math. There's so many more opportunities for us to Tama, so we aren't really losing out on anything, you know? I'm sorry, I didn't realize you guys wanted to Tama. I can make more mistakes if that's what we're looking for. I thought our goal was to avoid Taming. This is 60. This is 6 machines at 10 per minute, so that's the exact correct amount of circuit boards. But they like stockpile on the front half of the thing a little bit. It also just turns out that this is probably... so this is 6 times 2.5 is 15 computers a minute. And then computers was getting limited on RCUs. Or computers was limiting RCUs. They may be getting used in other places too, but let's just check the ratios real quick. $15 a minute would be 6 machines. We only have 4 running. Why are they lacking computers? Probably because computers are getting plugged into something else. So currently we have a draw of 10 computers on this row. But they're getting used in adaptive control units, RCUs, supercomputers, hover... yeah, that's it. Okay. Adaptive control units also take circuit boards, so in fact, we're losing both on that one. But adaptive control units are only used in assembly director systems, which are used in this too, so we're gonna need even more. Fuck. Oh. It's only fun if it's unintentional. You make plenty of mistakes. We're good. No need to try for more. All right. How do turbo motors function in all? Turbo motors were waiting on something. How did turbo motors weigh into all of this? Turbo motors wait on RCUs, which wait on computers, which wait on circuit boards, which wait on... All right. I think it's time to just double all that shit. Let's see how much power we have. Ah, it's fine. Time to go give ourselves more power problems. Might as well double the circuit board length right now. My head hurts. Circuit board's made from copper sheet and silica. Copper is the problem right now for these builds. Oh, chat, what do we want to talk about while I bang my head against this wall for a while? Okay, so currently, this recipe uses 15 copper sheet per minute to make 7.5 circuit boards. So that's 2 copper sheet per thing. Make 15 a minute. To make 15 a minute, that means that you're using 15 copper ingots per minute to make, using 30 copper ingots per minute to make, so 1 to 4. So whatever we're making over here, we need more of it over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times 7.5. Or is that actually times 15? I don't know, but we have plenty of belt left for that. This is so slow. So, with that in mind, make this better. What's the best form of potato? Okay, what's in the running for the best form of potato? I feel like French fry has to be in the running. I feel like mashed potatoes has to be in the running. I think hash browns are probably, or tater tots are probably like on the list, but I have a personal bias against both. Potato chips is a damn good... Potato chips is like the versatility really wins with potato chips. Potato chips are probably better than mashed potatoes. Ranked on versatility. Fuck, maybe even ranked on like pure taste. Big baked potato guy. Baked potatoes are good. I haven't had one in like a year. So 1 power shard here could make this more efficient, but efficiency is not exactly what I need. It's not what I need, but it's not. The real question here is that we're taking 30 circuit boards, so 30 plastic. So 4 to 1, and I have 8 machines. So currently I could go up to 26 machines. And then we'd be out of plastic, probably. Here's my thought, though. Isn't this just way better? We just chuck You there. You there. 1 power shard. I have 30 of them, which is probably why I feel comfortable doing this. That takes 15. That takes 15. I think that's just better, unfortunately. Next question is this better? Well, first off, we got to figure out a way to get it in there. Kind of ugly as hell. All right, we'll keep our old system for now. I'm hungry for potatoes. Baked potatoes are good as is, but also a fantastic base for toppings as well. Oh no, let's not get into the bacon topping discussion. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Bacon bits is topping. I agree. Bacon itself as a topping? I don't know. I'd call that an entree. All of a sudden, we get into really dangerous bacon burger territory. Potato wedges are really good. How do we feel about sweet potatoes? Are people loving sweet potatoes, or are they putting up with them? Are people eating sweet potatoes because they love them, or are they eating them because they feel like they ought to love them? Eh? See, I'm loving sweet potatoes. I don't think of sweet potatoes as like a Beyond Burger is to a burger. I think of them as like an entity in and of themselves that is really good, really something I enjoy. Like, if you're gonna make me choose directly between sweet potato fries and sweet potatoes and regular fries, I'm probably gonna pick regular fries. But I like sweet potato fries. Sweet potatoes are really rare in the UK. I don't prefer them. That's kind of how I feel. I don't prefer them, but I will happily eat them. Sweet potato fries are amazing. I don't like how they taste. Any sweet potatoes or sweet potato fries? Fine, but not my favorite. I do think one of the cool things is like I like how certain places make sweet potato fries like, how do I phrase this? I don't know what they're doing to them, but certain places make sweet potato fries like artisanal and delicious. And like, sure, if you were going expecting to eat like greasy burger place fries, you might be disappointed. But otherwise, if you can accept the like certain places, if you can accept their sweet potatoes on their own terms, they're delicious. How many did we add here? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So another 8. So we'll double this. The texture of sweet potatoes is definitely worse than that of potatoes, though. Really? Worse. Sweet potato fries always disappoint me. Sweet potato fries are a bad boyfriend. They always disappoint you. I think you should break up with the boyfriend then. More sweet potato fries for me. Hi Mona, how's it going? I love a sweet potato. Sweet potato fries with ranch is fire. I'm just saying, with like normal fries, I think you chuck them in salt, and then you choose to dip them in whatever you want. With sweet potato fries, you like herbs and spices that shit up. You add all sorts of toppings. And I think you end up on top. I think you end up with like a superior, not maybe superior compared to fries, but how do I phrase this? You end up with like your own identity of thing. Like sweet potato fries, I think, have permission to be a little weirder. And for that, I love them. That's not right. Fuck. Double down on the sweet and dip them in maple syrup. Sweet potato fries dipped in maple syrup? I like the sound of this. You're making me hungry. With normal potato fries, aka chips, we have them with salt and vinegar. Is that a thing in the U.S.? Salt and vinegar is a popular flavor of chip. I like salt and vinegar. I didn't used to like it so much. but I like it more now. That said, I did vomit up a whole big bag of salt and vinegar chips like a year ago. So that ruined my opinion on them for a little bit. But then after that, we're back to good. Okay, so then we got to figure out... Oh, you meant what you call chips. Okay. I have not done salt and vinegar fries. Has anybody else? My bad. I read that the wrong direction. I don't think salt and vinegar fries. That's a common thing at state fairs, really? Okay. I was kind of like, I don't doubt that it might exist because I feel like we'll do anything to fries and eat them. Here's the real question. What is the ideal way to eat fries? What are you dipping your fries in? Anything other than a mixture of ketchup and mustard and or mayo is the incorrect answer. Humans have solved this one. Fries taste best dipped in a mixture of ketchup and mustard and or add mayo if needed. Best fries don't need to be dipped in anything? I don't know. The best fries are basically already dipped in shit. It's kind of how I feel. Best fries are like loaded fries, kind of. Okay, I hear what you're saying, though. That is good. That is good. Fries that are like... when fries... It's kind of like nachos. When nachos become their own meal, they tend to be amazing. I like nachos... I love that I live in a world where nachos can be an appetizer or they can be a real meal, you know? I like that with fries, too. When fries are, like, loaded to the point that they become their own meal, I'm on board. I'm on board. Okay, that doubles our circuit board production. We'll see if that helps. And we will check on circuit boards at the top of our list. And now I need to go check on a couple other things. Ketchup is one of the most disgusting substances on the planet. I'll die on this hill. You'll die, like, surrounded by thousands of people shouting for your death. Why pick a hill so unpopular to die on? I don't love ketchup by itself. I think ketchup is great, though, when as part of a condiment, like, mixture. Anyone here a fan of Ale House Mountain Melt? I don't know what that is. K-Bell just likes plain, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, not too greasy, seasoned fries. What are you... I don't know, K-Bell. Where... I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get behind this. What are your... Like, what's a good example of that for you? Like, we talking, like... What are we talking? Like McDonald's when it's at its best? 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 800, 1,000. Yeah, I think that's 1,000. Probably should have made that smart, but I don't know, man. Okay, that's that. Then we need to work on... I can't even make the biochemical thingy. I don't know. I can't think of any fast food restaurant that has great fries. Some are okay, but the best are going to be from a restaurant. Yeah, yeah. I do think probably I was thinking something similar, K-Bell. I feel like best fries, at least in the Midwest, are go to a brew house. Like, a place that serves beer and burgers, generally, whether or not the burgers are great, up in the air. Whether or not they're, like, beer or they're, like, steak or any of the other shit, very up in the air. But I feel like a place like that, in order to succeed as a restaurant, if the place has been in business a little bit, they're going to have great fries. They're going to have great fries. And I do think they're also a little bit more, like the fries tend to be a little bit thicker, like a little bit more effort. Squirrel Bait, thanks for the follow. Okay, but if you have a fry that just has salt in it, what are you dipping it in? Seasoned fries are maybe a little bit different, but so next I need to make what? They're called like biochemical something? Biochemical sculptors are made in blenders. I have to make fixite ingot first. Our turbo motor is going into a depot. We checked that and the answer was yes, right? Did I just put the wrong thing? No, I put the right thing in the machine. Okay. Did have a depot on it. It is still highly lacking RCUs. Okay, so I'm sure that'll work out eventually, hopefully. If it's salty enough, I'll eat fries as is. If they're bland, I'll dip them in ketchup or like a Swedish house sauce. I've been watching on YouTube. I love the series and wanted to say I love the way you take on blind gameplay and Satisfactory. Thanks so much. You and the community are awesome. The community should take the credit. Welcome in, Squirrel Bait. Thank you, thank you. Welcome. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Welcome. Hey, Squirrel Bait, how do you like to eat your fries? Cable says, if I need to dip fries, I'm going to choose ranch. See, that's funny to me. As a Midwesterner, I feel like ranch is in my blood. I feel like my blood literally some days is made of ranch. Fries and ranch is fine, but I feel like ranch is not... Anytime ranch and fries work, it's like for lack of a better option, or like... It's just another way to get more ranch into your body, which I like ranch. Ranch and fries does not make a ton of sense to me. IDK, why? Yeah, to me it seems like you're trying to do two things well. You're trying to do two things good in a way that makes both of them a little bit different. This was diamonds. Okay, so we just need to do fixate. I think we're going to do Caterium here. Let's see if we can see. Oh, we can use photo mode. Oh, never mind. It's the railway's in the way. Let's use photo mode. Nope, I can't see shit. Focus. I was gonna look down and see if there was Caterium on the belt, but it doesn't show me because I'm too far away. Uh-oh, we're falling. I hope we don't hit anything. Kind of pretty, but how much Caterium is on the belt? Stand still. That's good. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, stand still. But then it's just like... Is it a standstill? But it might not be at a standstill over here, so we should double check. It is. Okay, cool. I only like restaurant ranch. Bottled ranch is never as good. I once saw a kid drown a pizza in ranch, though, and that changed me. Shudder. Cal, what if I told you on my top 3 tier list of sauces to dip your pizza in, that ranch was on that list for me? Hell yeah, Ryan. Dude, ranch on pizza is amazing. That said, it's still third on my list. Ranch on pizza is gross on its own. Ranch is gross enough on its own. Couldn't imagine ruining a pizza with it. That's all right. You can be unhappy in your own little way, and I'll be unhappy in mine. You know? And I'll tell you what ain't going to be making me unhappy, which is ranch on my pizza. You like chicken bacon ranch pizza thing? I do like it. It's not my favorite type of pizza. I just like, you know, I like your normal tomato-based sauces. Some sort of meat. Or like I'll eat like supreme pizza. I'll eat like pepperoni and sausage and green pepper. Meat lovers, Hawaiian, any of that stuff. Brother, I don't need to hate ranch to be unhappy. I've been working on it for nearly 30 years. I need to know the first two. Barbecue sauce and Chick-fil-A sauce. Either one of them is really great to dip your pizza in. I'm expecting hate for one of the two of those, maybe both, but that's fine. Barbecue sauce and Chick-fil-A sauce. Fixite ingot. I want Converter, I want Reanimated Sam, and I want Katarium. I love that Cool Ranch Doritos are called Cool American in some countries. Wait, really? Mars, how do you feel about Cool Ranch Doritos? I've never had Chick-fil-A sauce. Barbecue sauce only belongs in ribs in my world, but then you're not eating enough Chick-fil-A barbecue sauce. Hi, RJ. How's it going? Brother, I don't like them? God damn it. I was hoping to trick you into admitting that that those were good. Oh my god, my brain is broken. I need a... My brain is so tired. I literally just looked it up. It's a converter. All right, it's a converter. We're doing a converter. Encroaching another object's clearance. Oh, that's funny. It's in the way. All right, well, we'll put it over here then. It's going to be kind of ugly, but... So here's the question. That's the outbound. That's why. I was like, there's not enough room to put it. Okay, we'll do that. Especially as these buildings get a little bit taller, I think I am going to do... I think I'm going to do more of this. And their hot take, ribs are too messy to be worth eating. That's how I feel about bone. That's how I feel about wings with the bone in them. I prefer boneless wings, despite the fact that they're, you know, quote unquote worse. I will say I love Chili's Big Mouth Bite Sliders. I discovered that they have ranch on them somewhat recently. My whole life was a lie. That's how I feel about anything that has sour cream in it. I'm like, I don't like sour cream. What do you mean this thing that I love has sour cream in it? Sand fluctuators are not going into the thing. Why? Boneless wings are just chicken nuggets? Yeah, and they're delicious. Idle because you're missing reanimated... But why are you missing reanimated Sam? Because it's right there. What's happening here? Did I fuck this up? It's a splitter. I fucked something up. up to the task is amazing. Was I betrayed? Was I betrayed by my method? Okay, that's going in. Is this gonna go in? Nope. So I did something wrong here. Weird. What is wrong here? And I don't know what it is. Are you excited for cross country to start back up again? Sorry, I just saw your comment. Yeah. In fact, we've been going. We've been practicing a lot of this summer. I've got to go in just a little bit to go to cross country practice tonight. So yeah, I'm very excited. Coaching is so good for me, man. Like, it's just good for my brain. Like, it makes me feel grounded in the world again. It makes me feel like hopeful about the future. Highly recommend. I don't know. Maybe other people don't feel this or experience this, but like, highly recommend if you are scared about the world, period. As so many people are, as I think it's super right to be, interacting with kids. For me, that does a lot. Okay, these are all green now. I don't know what the fuck was wrong here. But this is also not... This is Sam Fluctuator. Do I have reanimated Sam in the... This takes... No, that is what it takes. Okay. I thought maybe it took reanimated Sam to build. I don't know. I'm confused. Bye, Mars. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Mars. I'll miss you. Okay. This thing should pop off now. Let's go. Then you complain about when the kids use slang. No. I don't complain. I come running to you guys for answers about what it means. I'm gonna go to class to practice today and say the big 2025, whatever that means. I had some worries while hanging out with / watching my nephews while my sister went to a party. YouTube gets up to some wild shit that kids don't recognize as awful. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. You got to figure, I mean, what are your thoughts on the average? Never mind, that's probably too depressing a thought for a stream today. It is reanimated Sam here, so we do need to chuck reanimated Sam for this part. I was going to say, what are your thoughts on whether or not the average kid is going to be more or less likely to have like an excellent bullshit meter for whether or not something is made by AI, though? Average is probably the part that makes that a little tough to know. The average kid? Nah, I don't know. We have enough concrete to make this work. Let's go. My whole game is lagging, as is tradition, when I get my blueprint stuff out. Based on what I've noticed on TikTok, I don't have high hopes. Yeah, but I feel like what I've noticed amongst like a different generation on TikTok is where I don't have high hopes. Or mostly a different generation on Facebook. But I don't know. I will say, what TV did you watch? If you know the answer to this, what TV did you watch growing up, like when you were really young? I'm not sure that I know the answer. Like, this was pre-memory. Like, I don't know if I was watching Sesame Street. I don't know what I was watching, like, when I was 2, right? But I do know there's so many really good options out there right now. Like, my kid is watching Miss Rachel, Bluey, and we did try Sesame Street the other day, and that was kind of a nightmare. But I think that was a little bit too much for. I think that was a little weird. Puppets is a new thing. Puppets was weird. Mr. Rogers? Okay, okay. So Reanimated Sam and Caterium, and we probably want to go a little bit farther. So Caterium is right there. A lot of PBS for me. Also VeggieTales. Same. I was a Barney kid. So I'm pretty sure I watched Barney, but I don't really remember. I definitely watched Magic School Bus. Cyber Chase. So a few people know what this show is, even when I mention it. But Cyber Chase. Okay, how old? Okay, how old are you to have watched Cyber Chase? Isn't that a younger thing? Like, isn't that a more recent thing? Can't forget Wishbone. Oh my God, throwback. Cyber Chase. When was Cyber Chase on TV? It's been airing since 2002. Guys, I was out of the fucking trenches of childhood by 2002. I was memory forming for sure. The only reason you won't hear about Cyber Chase from me is because, meanwhile, Evo's saying it's older than me. Okay, all right. A lot of PBS kids in here. PBS kiddos. I'm sure this is all very strange, too, if you're not American, to be like, you were... What? Conveyor belt is too steep. Well, get over it. Get over it, buddy. Okay, so you need power. Then let's see if this one works. These machines start off in the like 100 to 400 megawatts per thing. Disney movies on VHS. A lot of 90s Nickelodeon for me. Don't think I really watched TV until after 3 or 4. I had a really weird experience over the last couple weeks. We've been where we watched Jungle. So Elle has been obsessed with animals, right? And like learning all of the different animal sounds, learning to recognize them, learning to like call and response. What does a sheep say? Bah, all that jazz. That's my life right now. Oh boy. One of the only interesting parts about that, by the way, it is, first off, it's very cute every time she knows something. It's also very cute every time she surprises us by knowing something. Like the other day when we were like, Meg was like, what does a kitty cat say? And she was like, meow. I was like, what? You know that? When did that happen? Probably at daycare. That's crazy. The other interesting part of it is there's some stuff that's like, what do you do like for a nearly like prelingual, like the very first stages of lingual? What do you do for animals like a goat? Like, what's the name you would say for what's the noise you would say that a goat makes if you had to explain it to, if you had to type it out, if you had to make the noise? We're talking like pig goes oink, horse goes neigh, sheep goes ba. what would you say that the noise a goat makes is? Related, what would you say the noise that a rabbit makes? Goats also go ba. We've kind of settled on like ma, like with an M, kind of. Which I don't think is particularly good, but we got to make it different than sheep because she's in the mode right now of like each one of these has its own thing, and you recognize them by the noise that they make. So we kind of landed with ma for goat, which is a little weird and probably I don't know. Did we fuck up? We may have fucked up. Maybe we fucked up. Maybe we've ruined our daughter already. I'm not sure. But what do you do for a rabbit? What sound does a rabbit make? Goat's one level of difficulty. It's kind of like it's kind of like sheep, but it needs to maybe be a little distinct. What do you do for rabbit? You got to read Little Blue Truck. Goat clearly goes ma. Dude, I will tell you, Tony. We decided that, then read Little Blue Truck, and I was like, oh, thank God. We're good. Little Blue Truck is our Bible on that exact front. Hoppity hop or hippity hop. Grass chewing noises. Rabbits say, do you have to teach every animal? No, but on hour 10 of a day where you're just hanging out with the girl who only really knows one game, which is point to an animal in her book and look at you to have you say the thing, or have me point and then she says it. It's like the only game we know. Any book, if it's got a dog in it, woof, woof. Any book, it's got a sheep in it, bah. You point to a rabbit, we're just going to go hop, hop, hop. That's what we say. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. I don't know. I think we could point back to this moment if it all goes wrong. Horse, horse, horse. Okay, so we need to put this into... First off, we need to plug all of this in and turn it all on with power and... lifts. Rabbit says, what's up, Doc? I love that. I love that. Well, some animals don't make noises, so that other animals don't hear them and eat them. Well, L. I will say on a real note, if you guys want to hear a related, pretty dark story. Do you want to hear a kind of dark story about the realities of parenting a small child? Not actually my kid. You're going to hear it anyways. I don't know if you said yes or no. So, on Monday, we went to a funeral for my grandma who passed away a couple weeks ago. Just a lovely service. She was, like, very old. It was really lovely service. Like, you know, honestly, one of those more, like, celebratory funerals. Definitely tears, too, but, like, a little bit more celebrating than, you know, than some other stuff. But my nephew, who's 5, and my other nephew, who's 3, my daughter, who's 1, are all going to the funeral. And the nephew who's 5, we've had a couple experiences with where he's been to the funeral home or the cemetery before to, like, help with, or to go to, you know, funerals or to... like to visit the cemetery, to see people, etc. There are like no diamonds, which is very... There they are. Okay, good. So his mom impresses upon him. She's still doing okay. Yeah, she's doing great. Thanks. His mom impresses upon him that he needs to be quiet when he gets to the funeral. And he's like, yeah, sounds good. Got it. Gotta be quiet when we get to the funeral home, to the church where the funeral's happening. Bye, Luke. Thanks for being here. He totally buys it. Totally buys it. Then when we get there, we say, remember, you need to be quiet. And we're walking in the door to like where everybody is, and the casket is there, and the open casket is there, and we're like going up to pay our respects, and we're walking up to the you know, to the casket to say our respects. And he like says something, and we're like talking to him a little bit, and then he says something kind of louder, and we're like, shh. Like, remember, you need to be quiet. He's like, why? And before we can say anything, he goes, so we don't wake her up? Oh, buddy, no, that ain't why. And I don't know how to tackle that one, in fact. No, that's not it. That's not the reason. That's a good reason. That's not the reason in this particular case. But he's like 5. Like, the things he understands are like, yeah, you're quiet at nap time so you don't wake other people up. You're quiet, like, you know, when other people are talking. But here, nobody's talking. Like, I should be able to talk. Exclamation Jamie. How do you remember that? Anyways. We're like, no, not quiet, but sure. Evo has ascended to new levels of moddom. My cousin's daughter said, are we all dead at a funeral? Did she mean, are we all going to die? Or did she mean, are we all currently dead at this moment? That's really funny. Are we all dead? That's amazing. RJ's headed out. Bye, RJ. Thanks, RJ. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Holy shit, I just saw what time it is. Okay. What are we gonna build here in the next time? Let me go check on, let me very quickly check on stuff, and then we'll get out of here. I think she meant at this current moment. She was 3. Sorry. My cousin's daughter saw a picture of someone sleeping, asked if they were dead the same day as my grandma's celebration of life. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think it's funny because it's a true, like, mystery. Like, how do you explain to someone so young what they're not getting enough copper in? Okay, so we're going to need more copper. Making more circuit boards in that direction, but yeah, I mean, it's like, how do you explain to someone that young what is happening? I don't know. Good fucking luck, though. Good fucking luck. And frankly, I don't think explaining what's happening is half the problem half the time. I actually think what the problem is half the time is more related to... I'm going to take these summer sloops back because I don't think we need those right now. Is more related to the weird stuff humans do around death than it is about, like, sure, like, trying to explain to a kid, like, death is... what death is, good luck. But I would say as hard or equally hard is actually, like... So we as humans have all of these weird sort of like one of the conversations we had with my cousin, with my nephew, is like, he understands you would be quiet for somebody who is sleeping so you do not wake them up. He understands vaguely to be quiet out as a sign of respect. He's like, but that's hard enough as is. But then also, like, how do you explain, like, you're quiet as a sign of respect to a person who isn't here to hear us? Like, there's something just different going on there. Like, why do humans have these weird, like, especially, like, some weird taboo stuff around death and end of life stuff? I don't know. Kids of death are interesting. My brother died when my nephew was 5 to 6. About 3 months later, he snuck a photo of him into a drag racing event. Was found during the security check. He knew his uncle would have wanted to go. That's amazing. That's amazing. My stepdad passed away 8 years ago now. And my mom has not remarried. And my nephew, the same nephew I'm talking about, has never met my stepdad. He's 5 years old. My stepdad passed away 8 years ago. Never met my stepdad, but he hears about him all the time. Because he lives with my sister, you know, my stepdad's daughter, and he lives with my mom, my stepdad's widow. So he hears about him all the time. They live right beside the cemetery where he's buried, and so they go down and they visit him. And earlier this year, I was at a funeral. I told some of you guys this probably, but earlier this year, I was at a funeral with him. And we were talking about death. We were once again talking about, like, he was very curious. He was like, so the casket goes down in the ground? Where does it go from there? And it was like, well, you leave it there. And you remember, you know, Dean, my stepdad, that's like when you go visit the grave, you're visiting a box and that we lowered into the ground 8 years ago. And we're talking about through all this, and he goes, I really miss Grandpa Dean. And I said, aw, buddy, I really miss him too. And his immediate response was, I miss him more than you do. Buddy, you've never met him. You've never met him. He was my dad. Like, he was my stepdad. You've never met him. But I'm just like, yep. And then I said, you know who misses him more than both of us? He goes, who? I said, Grandma. And he was like, oh. Buddy, you never met. Anyways, that's going to do it for stream today. Thanks so much for watching. I got to run. We're going to pause it right there. I won't see you guys for a little bit, maybe as early as like Tuesday or Wednesday next week, but I'm really not sure. It's going to be really up in the air. We'll figure it out together. I'll keep you tuned. Otherwise, we'll keep stuff coming out on YouTube, and I'll see you over there. So, no, he has a point. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you all so much. I'll see you guys later.